Chapter 441, Fortune Rivaling Heaven, Ma Hong Yun. Chapter 441, Fortune Rivaling Heaven, Ma Hong Yun. Come, have a taste of this fragrant rice cake. Selling tea, this is top-grade brick tea. Ah Su family's kumis, we are a 10-year-old brand, anyone who drinks this will know. There was a huge mix of small stall on the ground as different smells entered the nose, shouting and bargaining noises were heard all over the place. Fang Yuan walked among them, almost at a shoulder-touching distance with the surrounding people, the festive mood was so intense. Not only was food on sale, but clothing too. Ordinary sheepskin robe, dog skin robe, or the higher quality bull skin robe. There were beautiful fox snow robes, or the wolf skin robe that had metal pieces in them which were often worn by warriors. Children were having fun at the food stalls, while men were bargaining at the weapon stalls. Women were choosing gems, pearls, or gold and silver accessories. As he walked in, Fang Yuan saw a square that was assembled casually. On the square, there were large wooden cages filled with people. Outside the cage, there were specialized GU masters guarding the place, as a fat man was shouting at the top of his lungs, selling 5 male slaves for half a primeval stone. Fang Yuan took a look and knew that it was the flourishing slave trade in northern plains. These people were from tribes who lost in battles. After being captured alive, they lost their freedom and became commodity. Inside the cages, there were children who were thin and wore no clothes. There were also kneeling men who lowered their heads while locked by a steel chain. Of course, there were women too. The fat man shouted for a long time, his forehead was sweating but the passers-by were only watching. His eyes rolled as he thought of an idea, opening the wooden cage and letting a woman whose face was full of dirt walk out. Look, this is a top-quality woman. As he shouted, he ripped off the torn clothes of the woman, exposing her breasts. Look, what a plump breast she has. Next, he turned the woman to the other side and slapped her butt in public. Look again, such a huge butt, she can have many children. Buy her home to have kids, you can even use her for manual labor. During the process, the woman's expression was numb, she was like a wooden puppet that could be manipulated by anyone. As the fat man shouted earnestly, some commotion finally occurred in the crowd. Someone asked, "How much are you selling her for?" 3 taels of primeval stone. Just 3 taels of primeval stone. The fat man raised 3 fingers. 3 taels of primeval stone, it was not even half a piece. But the person who asked for the price suddenly shouted, "What, 3 taels? Is this robbery? I might as well save up 2 more taels to buy a big stomach horse, that is much more worth it." The fat man's oily face trembled as he spit on the ground. Rubbish. You can buy a woman and ride her in bed, but if you buy a big stomach horse, although you can ride it, can it make babies for you? Poor miser, get lost if you do not want to buy. The fat man was a rank 1 GU master, and the person scolded was immortal. He immediately shrunk his neck and walked away feebly. Fang Yuan gave a few glances of interest before retracting his gaze. The slaves that the fat man was selling were just mortals, they could not fetch a good price. But if he sold variant humans, they would be sold for a much higher price. If he sold GU masters, they would be high-quality slaves, the price would be the highest. Seeing these slaves, Fang Yuan could not help but think of Ma Hong Yun. This person was born as a slave, but he had heaven-defying luck. First as a slave, he participated in battle. When his tribe lost, he saved the young tribe leader by pure luck when escaping for his life. Because of this huge merit, he was given the surname Ma, and was no longer a slave. He became an ordinary mortal in Ma tribe. In order to earn a living, he went out to hunt, but because of his poor skills, he had no earnings. When he returned, he was tripped by a rock. He smashed this rock in anger, but discovered a white-silver relic GU under the rock. He contributed this rock to his tribe's young tribe leader. The young tribe leader needed this white-silver relic GU and was overjoyed. Not only did he reward Ma Hong Yun handsomely, he even gave him an opportunity to cultivate. Ma Hong Yun awakened his aperture and had B-grade aptitude, but did not have any useful GU worms. He was often bullied by nearby GU masters, and was thrown into the river once. Ma Hong Yun, who could not swim, drank a lot of water as he flowed downstream along the river. At the lower stream, Sheng tribe leader's third daughter, Sheng Ling was bathing. Ma Hong Yun saw everything and according to Sheng tribe's rules, the beautiful Sheng tribe genius female GU master had no choice but to become his wife. Ma Hong Yun thus received a lot of help from Sheng Ling he never lacked any GU worms or primeval stones. In fact, Sheng Ling even stole her tribe's precious GU to raise his aptitude to a grade. When the matter was exposed, Sheng tribe leader did not want his daughter to marry this poor lad, thus he secretly sent an expert to kill Ma Hongyun. But this expert had an argument with someone along the way and was killed by another expert. Ma Hongyun and Sheng Linger thus became husband and wife, and held an important position in the tribe. He was hated by Sheng tribesmen due to jealousy, and they plotted against him secretly. He had no choice but to escape to poison grassland, and just as he was about to be killed by the poison-beard wolves, he found Chong Shanyin. After saving Chong Shanyin, he became his loyal subject. Just like this, due to his ridiculously good luck on many occasions, Ma Hongyun rose up slowly, eventually becoming the lord of the imperial court. After He Lulan died, he became the overlord of the imperial court for over 100 years, over a dozen times. Later, he obtained thieving heaven demon Venerable and giant son Immortal Venerable's partial inheritance, and became a Gu Immortal. He was even given a blessed land by a Gu master. When battle and conflicts raged in the world, Ma Hongyun became one of the powerhouses of northern plains, resisting the Grand Army from central continent and gained overwhelming reputation. At this time, Ma Hongyun should be 13 years old. It is a pity I do not know his true identity. Ma Hongyun is only a name given to him after he saved Ma tribe's young tribe leader. Ma tribe is part of the Huangjin bloodline left behind by Giant Sun. To vie for the imperial court, they had been expanding these few years, absorbing the members of many tribes. I wonder if Ma Hongyun has already become Ma tribe's slave. Fang Yuan collected his thoughts, and found himself outside a gambling den. There were 2 couplets on the door. Left was, "Show some courage, gain the fortune of the 4 seasons." Right was, "Show some skill, obtain the wealth of the 4 cardinal directions." Across, it wrote, "Luck changes with time." The gambling den had great business. Fang Yuan was moved. With my experience, I might be able to earn a small fortune. With this thought, Fang Yuan smiled, thinking of Ma Hongyun. This lad with overwhelming luck, he was deceived by someone who gave him the lowest grade rock to gamble with him. Under such absurd circumstances, he obtained a rank 5 GU. Fang Yuan still had some business at the moment. He did not enter the gambling den yet. He walked past the entrance of the gambling den, and entered the central area of this market. This place was much quieter, there was less traffic flow and almost all passers-by were GU masters. Even if there were mortals, they were attendants and followed beside the GU master, lowering their heads as they carried goods. Other than that, there were some young masters and young ladies who had not awakened their aperture. Although there were no guards, there was a clear distinction between the 2 areas for mortals and GU masters. The difference in strength was a formless barrier, it divided the 2 types of people with evidently different lives. Fang Yuan walked briskly. Wherever he went, GU masters gave him a look of admiration and respect. When they were in front of him, they would stop and give way to him. Some people started talking among themselves. Why is there a rank 4 expert? This person has an unfamiliar face, he does not seem to be from the few large tribes around here. Be careful, whenever the market opens, there will be some demonic GU masters who come in to get rid of their loot. Rank 3 and 4 were completely different. Rank 3 were the middle pillar, most tribe elders of major tribes were at this level. Rank 4 were experts among GU masters, most tribe leaders were rank 4, and they could roam the mortal realm freely without restraint. Rank 4 initial stage aura made every action of his attract the attention of everyone. Reverence, curiosity, or apprehension. This place was solely for the business of GU masters. There was a GU refinement area, where GU refinement were done in place of a GU master, at the same time they sold and bought recipes. Fang Yuan lacked the recipe of the wolf enslavement GU. After a few transactions, he bought the recipe for the rank 1 to 3 wolf enslavement GU. The recipe for rank 4 was held in the hands of the few large tribes, it was rarely seen in the market. Thereafter, Fang Yuan went to the restaurant, but did not manage to find any top-quality wine. He went to the largest shop next. Esteemed expert, your presence is our shop's honor. Please come in. The shopkeeper was a rank 3 elderly GU master, he came out personally to attend to Fang Yuan. I need large numbers of wolf enslavement GU. Fang Yuan stated his needs immediately. Yes, please come with me for further discussion. The elderly brought Fang Yuan to a beautiful room on the 3rd floor. After some bargaining, Fang Yuan bought 5 rank 3 wolf enslavement GU and 38 rank 2 wolf enslavement GU. The shopkeeper was rubbing his palms in joy, he knew he had met a huge client. Esteemed customer, is there anything you still need? Feel free to state them. Do you have defensive GU? Fang Yuan asked. The elderly reported a long list of GU names, and Fang Yuan shook his head as he listened. There was one rank 4 GU, but it did not fit his enslavement path. The rest were all ordinary GU worms. Next, Fang Yuan asked about flying GU. Flying GU were rarely seen, because it had a steep learning curve. Normally, only outstanding members of large tribes would train in it from young. But because they had their tribe's resources, they did not need to buy flying GU. As for other GU masters, very few tried to learn flying. The shopkeeper said proudly, "Customer, you came to the right place. In this entire market, only my shop has a rank 4 flying cloud GU." But Fang Yuan shook his head. Although flying cloud GU could ascend to a high altitude, it had poor maneuverability and had average speed. It was suitable for GU masters who did not have proper flying skills. For him, he might as well use the rank 3 Eagle Wings GU, it could twist and turn easily in the sky, he could use it more efficiently. After buying one Eagle Wings GU, Fang Yuan asked about the Bone Bamboo GU and Ghost Fire GU. He needed these two GU to repair the rank 5 Battle Bone Wheel. The shop had many rank 2 Ghost Fire GU, but there was none of the rank 1 Bone Bamboo GU. The shopkeeper laughed bitterly, "Customer, my apologies. All the Bone Bamboo GU in the market had been bought by Man Tribe's new external tribe elder. Not just my shop, but none of the other shops have any left." "Oh, who is this person?" Fang Yuan's gaze shone. Chapter 442 Jun Strength GU. Chapter 442, Jun Strength GU. Man Tribe owned Hongyan Valley, they had won a few battles these years and had expanded greatly. Northern Plains was different from Southern Border. Southern Borders had a forest and mountain terrain, it was easy to defend but hard to attack, long-distance traveling causes huge expenditure. Southern Border clans worked on self-development, accumulating slowly and growing stably, keeping a pure bloodline. But Northern Plains was a huge grassland, there were lots of conquests going on. The tribes of Northern Plains rise up fast but also fall just as quickly. A few wins might allow a small-sized tribe to become a medium-sized tribe, and from a medium-sized tribe, expand into a large-sized tribe. But one loss could also cause this large-sized tribe to break down into numerous small-sized tribes. Man Tribe had absorbed Shi Tribe recently, and the elder Shiwu from Shi Tribe became Man Tribe's external elder. He was a Bone Path GU master, he was the one who bought all the Bone Bamboo GU in the market, as he claimed to be researching a new GU path recipe. Fang Yuan memorized this person to heart, before asking the shopkeeper about Soul Path and Strength Path GU worms. "I have a rank 1 Jin Strength GU, it can raise the strength of a GU master by 1 Jin 1. Each GU is sold for 220 primeval stones. I have the rank 2 Strength of 10 Jin GU, it raises the GU master's strength by 10 Jin, it is sold for 690 primeval stones. I also have the rank 3 Jun Strength GU, 1 Jun is 30 Jin, each GU is sold for 4,550 primeval stones. Although I do not have the rank 4 Strength of 10 Jun GU, if customer needs it, I can arrange for it to be transported over, each Strength of 10 Jun GU is sold for 36,000 primeval stones." The shopkeeper gave a chain of prices that he was extremely familiar with. At the end, he added, "Of course, this is only the Jin Strength GU and Jun Strength GU. If customer wants to walk on the Strength path, and require Beast Strength GU, we also have Wolf Strength GU. It can give you the strength of a wolf, gaining stamina and endurance as well. I also have Horse Strength GU, it can give you the strength of a horse, it is most useful for running." Before, Fang Yuan was using Beast Strength GU to walk on the ancient Strength path. Jin Strength GU and Jun Strength GU were new popular alternatives that appeared in the last few hundred years. Although Strength Path was weak and no longer had its former glory, there was still developments done for it. The one who had this contribution was a famous rank 7 GU Immortal in Northern Plains called Chu Du, titled Domination Immortal. He was the one who invented the Jin Strength GU and Jun Strength GU, and even refined the rank 6 Immortal GU, strength of 1,000 Jun. A Jun was 30 Jin. 1,000 Jun was 30,000 Jin. In one of Earth's legends, the victorious fighting Buddha's Jingubang was only 13,500 Jin. Lang Shen's three-pointed, double-edged lance was only 25,200 Jin. Hudu became a GU Immortal 300 years ago, the recipe he refined was widely spread, quickly becoming the main branch of the Strength Path in Northern Plains. Ancient Strength Path used Beast Strength GU, like Green Bull Strength GU, Biao Strength GU, Dragon Strength GU and so on, because the materials from the ancient times were already extremely rare by now. The cost of refining GU was huge. Domination Immortal Chudu's recipe was superior in that the materials were easy to find and had low cost, and the success rate of the GU refinement was higher than beast strength GU. Northern Plains was most probably the region where strength path was most flourishing at the moment. Northern Plains had battles and conquests often, with strength paths low cost, they gave evident increase in strength to low-rank GU masters. Thus, many GU masters in Northern Plains cultivated strength path as their minor path. They often fought in fierce battles. When they expend their primeval essence, they would need their physical bodies to fight. Physical strength was very important then. There is a phrase on Earth, war is the catalyst for technological advancement. This sentence worked perfectly well in this world as well. Northern Plains was a place where new GU worms were constantly invented. From that Shiwu elder who joined Man tribe, one could see the attitude that Northern Plains GU masters had towards innovation. Domination Immortal later died in battle, by the hands of Feng Juzhe who descended from the heavenly court. After he died, he was crowned as the Twilight of Strength Path by future generations. After his death was announced, countless GU masters in Northern Plains cried painfully. The number of talents and geniuses in this world is like the number of stars in the night sky, the number of talented people are like carps in the river. The 5 regions are too big, the size of one Earth cannot compare to even one region. Especially in the battle 500 years later, dragons and snakes rise from the land, experts and powerhouses compete, and old monsters come out of seclusion one after another, as new talents rise up to power. Countless heroes, conquerors, the differing personalities from the righteous and demonic paths clash and engage in a life and death battle. It is truly a grand and exciting event that would go down in history. I have already used old removal GU secretly to remove ancient bronze skin, essence iron bones, and golden steel tendons, and even my beast phantoms. Firstly, these strength path beast phantoms originate from southern border, they would be restricted in Northern Plains, and could not be used well. Secondly, if I summon a beast phantom, there is a danger of exposing my identity. My greatest advantage now is Danghun Mountain, and my 500 years of experience. With the Blessed Land's resources, I can walk on the enslavement path. But enslavement path has a weakness, that is the beheading the leader tactic, thus I need strength path to go along with it. Since I have Chong Shanyan's appearance now, I also need to merge into Northern Plains. I should use this Jun strength GU. Fang Yuan's thought flickered as he made a decision, requesting for the rank 4 strength of 10 Jun GU from the shopkeeper. Next, he looked at the Soul Path GU worms. There were much more Soul Path GU worms than Strength Path. There were Ghost Fire GU, Ghost Cry GU, Ghost Face GU, Ghost Axe GU and so on for attacking. There were Ghost Cage GU, Ghost Hand GU, Ghost Hitting Wall for confinement and confusion. For defense, there were Ghost Sealing Shirt GU, Soul Shield GU and others. For healing, there were Ghost Chi GU, Ghost Tears GU and others. For investigation, there was Ghost Eye GU. For movement, there were Soul Fly GU, and Elusive Ghost GU. There were also Ghost Soldier GU, Impermanence Ghost, Air Travel Ghost, and 9 Sun Mother Ghost GU, all of them had to do with enslavement path. This was the true manner of a great path. Strength path was extremely weak now, while soul path was still standing strong. This point could be easily seen here. Strength path GU worms only consisted of Jin strength GU, Jun strength GU, and Beast strength GU, most were for attacking. In terms of defense, investigation, and assistance, there were little. It was hard to create a GU set from just strength path GU. As for soul path, there were many GU worms that were in all the different aspects. Forming into a set, they could help each other and obtain greater effects. Look at that Domination Immortal Chudu, he was a Strength Path GU Immortal, but he used other GU worms for defense, investigation, and storage etc. Fang Yuan came with an objective, he set aside all these Soul Path GU worms, only looking at those which could be used to refine the soul. There were no rank 4 GU for that, but a bunch of rank 3. There was Divine Soul GU, Dragon Soul GU, Ice Soul GU, Dream Soul GU, Moon Soul GU, General Soul GU, Grudge Soul GU, Poem Soul GU, Horse Soul GU, Heroic Soul GU, Chi Spirit GU, Body Spirit GU, Cloud Spirit GU, Wind Spirit GU, Tiger Spirit GU, and others. These GU worms could refine the soul, they all had their unique use. For example, refining the soul into Ice Soul, in the future when the GU Master uses Ice-type GU worms, they would gain a considerate boost. cloud spirit, wind spirit, had the same effects. If one used dragon soul GU to refine a dragon soul, when he uses dragon strength GU, dragon scales GU, or dragon travel GU, there would be a boost to the effect. Fang Yuan looked for a while, and did not find any GU that was more suitable for him, thus he chose the wolf soul GU that he had planned to buy. From ancient times, soul and enslavement were of the same origins. Enslavement path was originally split from the soul path. When GU masters combined it with the immemorial wisdom path, the enslavement path finally became an independent path. Beast enslavement GU, slavery GU, they were used to control the soul, allowing one to become a ruler of the mind. If Fang Yuan refined the wolf soul, it would greatly help him in enslaving wolf packs. The rank 3 wolf soul GU was 7,700 primeval stones. Fang Yuan bought them in bulk, buying all of the stock in the shop, getting all 8 wolf soul GU. Wolf soul GU's effort could be stacked. A rank 3 wolf soul GU was not enough to refine Fang Yuan's 100-man soul. Wild GU worms had their own will, they were hard to refine. But the GU worms Fang Yuan bought had already been refined by others, thus when the transaction ended, all these GU were in Fang Yuan's control. He kept all these GU inside his aperture, and left the shop, going to other shops. His aim was rank 2 and 3 wolf enslavement GU, as well as rank 3 wolf soul GU. 1,000,000 primeval stones was insufficient, but what Fang Yuan wanted were common rank 2 and 3 GU. He did want to buy rank 4 GU. But this market was too small, there were few rank 4 GU, and were all not the ones he wanted. After 3 days, Fang Yuan became famous in the market. Every shop knew that there was a rank 4 expert buying GU in bulk. By the 5th day, Fang Yuan spent a lot already, over 500,000 to 600,000 primeval stones. During this period, he would walk around the market's ranch often. In the ranch, there were many livestock sold, of which big stomach horses were most popular. This horse, even mortals needed it badly. As for those who bought the hump wolves for battle, they were mostly GU masters. There were also many GU masters who caught wild beasts to sell here. Like bulls, horses, falcons etc. On the grassland, the most commonly seen were wolves, they were also sold in large numbers. Fang Yuan asked around, comparing goods and prices, until he saw a pack of thick-back wolves that he wanted. Fang Yuan had poison-beard wolves and wind wolves. It was hard to replenish poison-beard wolves, and since they were weak in the sunlight, they were destined to be eliminated. Wind wolves had fast speed, while thick-back wolves had high defense. If they could be added into his wolf army, they would cooperate well together, and form a proper wolf pack. But on the 9th day, Fang Yuan accidentally found out that among a group of water wolves, there was a young mutated beast. He immediately bought these water wolves without causing suspicion, getting a great deal for himself. The market lasted 13 days. Fang Yuan bought over 1,000 water wolves, and many GU refinement materials, as well as food to feed his GU worms, as he left on the 10th day. After his purchases, he had only 3,000 primeval stones left on him. Money was spent like flowing water. Zhe Guang watched in amazement as he admired Chang Shan secretly. This hero truly had a grand disposition. Fang Yuan followed Zhe tribe and returned to his original place to stay. He cultivated with all his heart, using wolf soul GU to refine his soul while refining GU on the other hand. After 2 failures, he successfully refined the rank 3 golden back wolf skin GU into the rank 4 azure wolf skin GU. Azure wolf skin GU was used for defense, although it was common, it fixed Fang Yuan's problem of insufficient defense. On this day, he finished his soul refinement and stopped cultivating, when a cry was heard outside his room. What happened? He opened the door and asked the GU master who was guarding the place. The GU master said grimly, "Our big Missy Zhe Yao died." The search team found her torn clothes in poison grassland. She was killed by poison-beard wolves. Chapter 443 Man Tribes Challenge. Chapter 443, Man Tribes Challenge. A month later, Zhe Yao's death was finally discovered. The news spread as many Zhe tribesmen cried. Although Zhe Yao had a troublesome personality, she was kind-hearted and the beauty of the tribe, people loved her. She had many pursuers in Zhe tribe. "Oh my daughter, it was father who harmed you." Old Zhe tribe leader was extremely upset, falling terribly ill. Zhe Guang was the stand-in tribe leader with the elders assisting him. Zhe tribe was anguished and upset, they had a heavy mood. Zhe Yao's death had huge impacts. Man tribe leader's third son Man Duo fell in love with Zhe Yao at first sight. He had been demanding for her. Now that she was dead, where were they going to find a girl for him? Man tribe was a large tribe, they had expanded greatly these years, and had absorbed many small tribes in the process. After a few victories, their morale was high, and they were even more arrogant against the despondent Zhe tribe. During their conversations, they gave Zhe Guang great pressure as they demanded fiercely. Zhe tribe was a newly arrived tribe, they were not as huge as Man tribe, and now that they had lost their home, they had to live in someone else's territory, relying on Hongyan Valley during the snowy climate. Thus, Zhe Guang was very passive now, he was extremely anxious. In his room, Fang Yuan sat on his bed as he opened his eyes. On his right palm was a wolf soul Gu. This Gu was about thumb size, it was like a gray wolf-shaped doll, giving off an eerie blue light. This is the 9th wolf soul Gu. Fang Yuan injected his primeval essence and the wolf soul Gu expanded, in a few breaths' time, it turned into a gray-white wolf soul. The wolf soul opened its mouth, howling silently as it crashed into Fang Yuan's body. This impact was silent, but Fang Yuan could feel his soul trembling, as his eyes went into a daze. The wolf soul directly crashed into his soul, the originally human-shaped 100-man soul underwent some reaction, and lost its human form, fusing with the wolf soul into a surging soul mist. The soul mist did not disperse, instead it moved and rolled around in Fang Yuan's body, showing a wolf's head, tail, or even Fang Yuan's appearance at times. After 5 minutes, the soul mist gathered and formed a new human soul. Except this human soul was different. Fang Yuan's 100-man soul earlier was completely his own appearance, his eyes, ears and nose were all the same. But after going through 9 wolf soul Gu's refinement, although the 100-man soul was still human-shaped, there was a pair of wolf ears on his head, and his hair extended to his waist, his eyes also became wolf eyes, his entire body was thinner and his nose was sharper. Before, his 100-man soul was huge and was almost bursting his actual body. But now, after refinement, it was more condensed and the color had turned from pale white to a slight hint of gray-white. Fang Yuan calculated, when he finishes using his wolf soul Gu, the 100-man soul would be refined to its limits. By then, his entire soul would become half man half wolf, the so-called wolf-man soul. Wolf-man soul is many times stronger than an ordinary 100-man soul. After having the wolf-man soul, Fang Yuan would be able to continue strengthening his soul, raising the 100-man soul to 1,000 or even 10,000-man soul. Of course, 10,000-man soul was not the limit, there was even 100,000,000-man soul. In theory, the soul can strengthen limitlessly. Back then, spectral soul demon Venerable who created the soul path definitely surpassed 100,000,000-man soul. His demon Venerable soul had 1,000 arms and palms, 3 heads, the front head had dragon horns, lion mane, snake eyes, and elephant tusks. The left head had a peach forehead, grass hair, and 3 flower-like eyes. The right head had a cloud fringe, lightning eyes, fire ears, and golden mouth. He was unbelievable strong, his might was immeasurable. Even now, this appearance was still deeply worshipped and adored by many people. Many mortals in southern border use clay to create his statue, to pray to and give offerings. Spectral soul demon Venerable was the #1 soul cultivator in history. Fang Yuan's wolf-man soul now was like an ant against a giant, he still needed to grow stronger. After a little rest, Fang Yuan took out the strength of 10 Jun Gu. This Gu was an iron weight, it was very heavy to carry. Fang Yuan bought 5 strength of 10 Jun Gu, he was already using the 3rd now, his body's physical strength had increased to 20 Jun, that is, 600 Jin. The rank 4 strength of 10 Jun Gu was weaker than rank 4 beast strength Gu, but its advantage was that the strength could be stacked. Previously, Fang Yuan had used a Kunlun Bull strength Gu, and obtained the beast phantom of the Kunlun Bull. But if he used a second Kunlun Bull strength Gu, there would be no effects, and he would not get another beast phantom either. But Jun strength Gu did not have this restriction, it could be stacked until the body's limit was reached. Of course, although Fang Yuan had the strength of 600 Jin, he could not unleash them all at once normally. The common weaknesses of strength path, Jun strength Gu still had them. Otherwise, Domination Immortal Chudu would not be called the Twilight of Strength Path, but the Rise of Strength Path. Of course, similar beast strength Gu could be stacked, but an additional beast fetus Gu was needed to do so. Many different recipes of beast fetus Gu were passed down. But even so, the materials needed for the Gu refinement were very rare, as the cost of the Gu refinement was too high, and the success rate was inferior to Jun strength Gu, it eventually got eliminated in the competition. Fang Yuan activated his primeval essence, injecting them into Jun strength Gu. The Jun strength Gu flew above his head, giving off a strange light. The light shone on Fang Yuan as his body was steadily modified. But at this time, there were knocks on his door. Soon after, a voice was heard. Uncle Chong Shan Yin, Junior Zhe Guang would like to meet you. Fang Yuan let him in, only to see that Zhe Guang was in a pathetic state. There was even a white bone arrow on his shoulder. He was in a terrible condition. Upon seeing Fang Yuan, Zhe Guang kneeled on the ground. His eyes were red, begging, "Uncle, please save me." Fang Yuan's gaze shone. He had an answer in his heart. As he spoke, "What happened? Is Man tribe attacking us at full force? Have they charged into Zhe tribe's camp already?" Zhe Guang answered, "Uncle is half right. The problem is Man tribe." The Man tribe leader's third son Man Duo heard that father was bedridden and unconscious, thus he immediately brought his Man tribe experts over to challenge us, wanting us to hand over my sister Zhe Yao. But my sister is already dead, how can I hand her over to him? No matter how I explained, that Man Duo lad did not believe me. According to the rules of the grassland, we Zhe tribe have to accept the challenge. Now, he had already killed our tribe's third elder, and even injured 3 people, even I lost to them. Fang Yuan's guess was completely right. These few days, Man tribe had been oppressive and tyrannical. The more Zhe tribe endured, the more it fueled Man tribe's arrogance. Although Fang Yuan had been cultivating hard these days, he was not in closed cultivation, he was clear of the outside situation. Speaking of which, Chong Shan Yin's return to Northern Plains requires a grand stage to create some commotion. I should use this chance to announce the return of the former hero. Thinking of this, Fang Yuan helped Zhe Yao up and said, "During these days, I have been imposing on Zhe tribe, I cannot watch from the sidelines, bring me there." "Uncle, I thank you on behalf of our entire tribe." Zhe Guang was overjoyed. The two walked out, but before they got to the entrance, they heard the shouts and screams outside. "Zhe tribe is full of cowardly rats, come out and accept your death." This was the voice of a young man. "Man Duo, you are going too far." A Zhe tribe elder screamed. He, so what if I am bullying you? Leopards and wolves capture their prey, eagles and falcons bully small birds, this is the rule of the world. Quickly hand over Zhe Yao, otherwise I will continue challenging you and kill every single member of Zhe tribe. Despicable. If old tribe leader was here, would you dare? Zhe tribe elder rebuked. Man Duo was furious. HMPH, you are the despicable ones, you agreed to the wedding but now you refuse to hand over the woman. You went back on your words. I know, you are hiding Zhe Yao, trying to stall for time. First, you said she ran away, now you said she's dead. Do you think I am a fool? If a mere rabbit dares to toy with a wolf, you will have to pay with your life. Shi Wu, continue beating them, challenge them. Zhe tribe, quickly send your next victim here to fight. Ha ha ha. Zhe tribe elders' expressions were pale, they looked at each other but none dared to go up. Shi Wu was huge and bald, with his bulging muscles, he walked onto the stage with a cruel smile. He was rank 3 peak stage, having great strength. The elder that Zhe tribe sacrificed was beaten to death on the spot. He walked on the center of the stage, staring at Zhe tribe's camp. Why is no one here? Don't tell me you were afraid. Zhe tribe was furious and ashamed, fire burnt in their eyes as they stared at Shi Wu. Cowardly chicken, let me give you some courage. I have 100,000 primeval stones here, if anyone dares to come here and defeat me, I will hand the primeval stones over to you. No one answered him. Shi Wu laughed in a frenzy. Zhe tribe, you are but a bunch of rabbits and sheep. Have you laughed enough? With Zhe Guang leading the way, Fang Yuan walked out of the crowd with a plain expression. Shi Wu's laughter stopped, his pupils shrunk as he looked at Fang Yuan in shock. Rank 4 GU Master. Who is this person? Not just Shi Wu, but all of the Man tribesmen here had this huge question. Was Man tribe concealing another rank 4 GU Master? Man Duo felt something amiss. He came here to find trouble because old Zhe tribe leader was bedridden. But to think that Zhe tribe had a second rank 4 battle strength expert. Before I came, I had already checked clearly, where is this expert from? Carrying such suspicions, Man Duo jumped down from his horse, changing his attitude as he placed his right hand at his chest, greeting Fang Yuan. Hello friend, you are not from Zhe tribe, why must you interfere in our matters? Fang Yuan gave this Man Duo a glance, feeling amused by this young man. The first time he had heard of this Man Duo was from Zhe Yao's descriptions. Although this Man Duo was the third son of Man tribe leader, he was weak and sickly since young, and had poor aptitude, only C grade. Although he was over 20 years old now, he only had rank 2 cultivation. He was dark and skinny like a monkey. But he was definitely not as feeble as Jie Yao described. He had a scheming and devious pair of eyes, with the flames of ambition burning within them. Chapter 444 Man Tribe's Invitation. Chapter 444 Man Tribe's Invitation. In northern plains where only experts were respected, where only strength mattered, Man Duo was able to gain his father's favor, and was able to mobilize tribe elders to challenge Jie tribe. It showed his ability and courage. He was definitely not a good-for-nothing young master. Fang Yuan's eyes showed amusement. I, Chong Shanyin, was fated to be Jie tribe's guest. I know Northern Plains rules and it is true that I should not interfere in others' business. But I had just heard this little brother taking out 100,000 primeval stones. I am lacking primeval stones recently, why would I reject money offered to me? Shiwu heard this and wished he could slap his own mouth. My mouth was really itchy, to think I attracted a rank 4 expert. His heart was sour and bitter. Man Duo laughed dryly. This is an easy matter. If senior lacks primeval stones, this junior is willing to offer 500,000 primeval stones to you. What he meant was, he wanted Fang Yuan to keep out of this. At once, Jie tribesmen looked nervously at Fang Yuan. Although Fang Yuan was the legendary hero, it was only his reputation. Those who truly acted like a hero were rare. Moreover, there was a phrase, a wise man submits to circumstances. Jie tribe was in a slump now, while Man tribe was huge and powerful. Chong Shanyin was only an outsider, he had no reason to help and bring trouble to himself. Thus, Fang Yuan became the center of attention. His attitude decided how this situation would progress. As everyone watched nervously, Fang Yuan laughed proudly. A gentleman only takes wealth that he deserves. I do not feel that I deserve a gift of 500,000 primeval stones. But 100,000 primeval stones that I earn from battle is extremely valuable. Come, according to Northern Plains rules, I accept this battle. Fang Yuan walked onto the stage. Uncle Chong Shanyin. Jie Guang felt extremely touched. Tears were overflowing as he was lost for words, shouting behind Fang Yuan as he cheered. The elders of Jie tribe were all extremely moved. As expected of Chong Shanyin, a true righteous hero. Unmoved by benefits and money, he is truly a man of justice. There are many people who offer icing on the cake, but few people help out in times of need. Chong Shanyin will be an esteemed guest in our tribe forever. Man Duo's expression was grim, extremely ugly. He knew that there was no need to say more. He shut his mouth and looked at Shiwu. Shiwu felt Man Duo's gaze and felt bitter in his heart. He had just submitted to Man tribe not long ago, and became an external elder of Man tribe. He wanted to make contributions to the tribe badly. Although Man Duo's cultivation was low, he was the tribe elder's third son. Upon hearing that old Jie tribe leader was sick, he came over with Man Duo to challenge them. But he did not expect to meet Chong Shanyin. Although the other party was only rank 4 initial stage, he was already rank 3 peak stage. The two stages might look close, but Wu Shi knew clearly that this difference in a large realm was incredibly large. But in this situation, he had no other way out. If he avoided battle, he would be greatly despised and criticized. In Northern Plains which advocated courage and fighting spirit, he would no longer have a future. Shiwu gritted his teeth secretly as he entered the stage forcefully. Please. He bowed to Fang Yuan, barely forcing a smile. Fang Yuan nodded lightly, standing on the spot as light azure wolf fur grew on his body rapidly. The wolf fur covered his entire body, his ears, face, and even limbs. This is Azure Wolf Skin Gu. Wu Shi's heart sank. Although Azure Wolf Skin Gu was a very common and ordinary rank 4 Gu, its defense was not something that a rank 3 Gu could easily penetrate. The Jie tribesmen behind Fang Yuan all concentrated and watched as their eyes shone, awaiting Fang Yuan's grand display of his prowess. Some even shouted loudly, "Kill this fellow, he killed our tribe's third elder." Shiwu heard this and his heart shrunk. He sighed bitterly, feeling the huge trouble ahead of him. Oh no. After the earlier battles, I have less than 30% of my primeval essence left. I am not his match at my peak condition, not to mention now. Looking at Shiwu who had a distracted gaze and stiff movements, Fang Yuan snickered in his heart. This person had lost his fighting spirit. Even if he had his complete strength, he could not display half of it. After several matches, his primeval essence was obviously lacking. Such an opponent, in Fang Yuan's eyes, was fish on a chopping board. But Fang Yuan did not want to kill him. For what? He was Man tribe's external elder. If he killed him, that would be a slap on Man tribe's face. Although Fang Yuan was not afraid of trouble, he did not want to create unnecessary trouble for himself. Even though Shiwu killed a Jie tribe elder, that was their own business. Come, Fang Yuan stepped, and activated Wolf Sprint GU, bursting forward like an arrow, as afterimages appeared behind him. Shi Wu's heart was already in despair. Seeing Fang Yuan's fierce charge, he retreated in fear. At the same time, he summoned 3 flying bone shields. Piok piok piok. Fang Yuan moved like a shadow, getting close for a physical fight. He struck 3 times and smashed all 3 bone shields. Shi Wu tumbled and rolled away, summoning another 3 bone shields. Piok piok piok. As Fang Yuan attacked at lightning speed, the 3 bone shields broke again. He had the strength of 20 Zhen now. Although he could not display all of it, it was no problem breaking these shields. What other moves do you have? Use them all. Fang Yuan did not attack again. He gave Shi Wu a chance to catch his breath. Shi Wu was sweating profusely. He gritted his teeth and rubbed his hands, summoning 2 iron bone broad axes. Wah! He shouted loudly, raising both axes as he attacked fiercely. He. Fang Yuan laughed lightly, not attacking but placing both arms behind his back, using the wolf travel GU to move. His movements were unpredictable, like petals floating in the air. His broad shoulder and thin waist gave a brilliant unrestrained feeling. Shi Wu growled loudly. No matter how he moved both his axes, he could not even touch Fang Yuan's clothes. He was completely at Fang Yuan's mercy. Lie down. Fang Yuan sighed, stretching out one finger. It looked slow, but it rapidly touched the axe. Shi Wu was already dizzy from Fang Yuan's movements. After feeling this force, he lost his balance and fell face flat on the ground. Zhe tribesmen saw his pathetic state and cheered loudly, as the thunderous sound turned into one phrase, "Kill him, kill him." Shi Wu's expression was ashen, his fighting spirit was gone. Fang Yuan had control of the entire situation. He was like a lion toying with a sheep. He felt that he was not Fang Yuan's match, but the more he thought like this, the less battle strength he could muster, and the worse the battle situation became. Man Duo's heart also sank to rock bottom. Damn it, this Shi Wu did not display his true ability. He was scared witless by the other party. But even so, that rank 4 GU master is too strong. He defeated Elder Shi Wu without breaking a sweat. Sigh, if Shi Wu dies, I would lose a tribe elder. I would have to face the accusations and fury of my brothers when I return. But unexpectedly, Fang Yuan did not attack anymore. You are but a rank 3, if I use rank 4 cultivation to kill you, others might think that I, the great Chang Shanyin, am bullying the weak. Leave. Fang Yuan waved his hand. Uncle Chang Shanyin, you cannot spare this scoundrel. Behind him, Zhe Guang shouted. But Fang Yuan ignored him. Shi Wu reacted quickly, getting up and showed an expression of joy as he escaped death. Thank you Lord for sparing my life, thank you Lord for sparing my life. Fang Yuan frowned. Scram. Yes. Shi Wu turned and left. Senior, I'll take my leave. Man Duo paid respects and rode his battle horse. Zhe tribesmen mocked and scolded them as they left with great humiliation. Father, I have failed you. I am here to ask for punishment. Man Duo kneeled on the ground, lowering his head in shame and fear. Man tribe leader had a muscular body, having rank 4 peak stage cultivation. He sat on the tiger skin chair grandly as he looked at Man Duo below his feet. This time, old Zhe tribe leader was bedridden, and you brought multiple rank 3 experts. How did you fail? You did badly for sure, but I heard news that Zhe tribe brought out another rank 4 expert. That is indeed so. Shi Wu was defeated by him. This person only displayed a bit of his actual strength, and he managed to toy around with our strongest elder Shi Wu. His true ability was unfathomable. However, I was in charge of this matter. It was my fault for not getting enough information, resulting in this failure. This child is very ashamed. I implore Father to punish me. Man Duo's eyes were red as he said in a sobbing manner. Man tribe leader heard this and his tone relaxed. Stand up, although you failed, you are still my son. Tell me about the incident. Man Duo quickly spoke, describing the scenario that happened that day. But when he had just started, Man tribe leader jumped up from his chair, staring fiercely at Man Duo. He said he is Chang Shanyin. Which Chang Shanyin? Are you sure his name is Chang Shanyin? I would not dare to lie to Father even with 10,000 guts. Man Duo quickly explained. Man tribe leader was in a daze. Father. Man Duo called him softly. Is this Chang Shanyin an expert with a great background? Man tribe leader recovered from his daze. His expression was solemn. I can't tell yet, he could be an imposter. But if it is true, then Northern Plains has another formidable character emerging. You can leave now, I will handle this matter. Man Duo jumped from shock. His father was an extremely busy man, but now that he was handling this himself, that showed how important this Chong Shan was. Chong Shan, who in the world are you? A few days later, in J tribe. A few days ago, it was all thanks for Brother Shan Yin's help. This is 500,000 primeval stones, it is a token of our gratitude, please accept it. Old J tribe leader had a pale expression, he seemed to have aged 10 years after losing his daughter. Fang Yuan rejected it for a few times before accepting it. These days, I have been staying in your tribe, it is only right that I helped out. But I really lack primeval stones now, I shall borrow these from you for now. Brother Shan Yin had great morals, you are truly a hero of Northern Plains. Old J tribe leader was speaking, when his subordinate brought in an invitation, as well as a present. The old tribe leader's expression was grim, he handed this invitation and present to Fang Yuan. Brother Shan Yin, man tribe leader knows you're here, he is inviting you to his tribe as a guest. Chapter 445 Fixing Battle Bone Wheel. Chapter 445, Fixing Battle Bone Wheel. Fang Yuan took a look at the invitation, the words written were very polite, of course they were written using Northern Plains characters, they looked wild but profound, and at the end, there was Man tribe leader's name, Mantu. This letter was written by Mantu personally, it showed his sincerity. The content of the letter was Man tribe leader's admiration towards Chong Shan Yin, and stated that the matter earlier was but a misunderstanding among children, since Chong Shan Yin did not kill the external elder Shi Wu, Man tribe was extremely grateful. Thus, he was holding a banquet at night, and was sincerely inviting Fang Yuan to come. At the same time, this present was an item to apologize on behalf of Shi Wu, for offending a hero. Fang Yuan opened it and laughed, this man tribe spent a lot of effort. In the box, there was 100 bone bamboo GU. Evidently, after Man Duo returned, he investigated Fang Yuan clearly, and learnt that he was making purchases in the market. Oh brother Shan Yin, I have a favor to ask of you. Old tribe leader spoke. Fang Yuan waved his hand. I understand brother, don't worry, I will urge them during the banquet, to reduce the conflicts between both your tribes. Ah, my greatest thank to you, brother Shan Yin. The old tribe leader was very touched, he got up in a hurry and bowed deeply towards Fang Yuan. There was still some time until the banquet, Fang Yuan sent them off before closing his door. Fang Yuan sat on the bed, he willed and a light flew out of his aperture. The weak light dispersed revealing the battle bone wheel. This rank 5 GU is huge, its height was almost at the ceiling, once it appeared, the large room instantly felt cramped. There were many cracks on the battle wheel, and even some severe scars that threatened to destroy it. The deepest scar was extremely damaging, nearly splitting the wheel into two, only connected by a little bit of white bone. It was a shocking sight. This rank 5 GU worm's luck was not good, after being beaten up by Chong Shan Yin, its original owner Ha 2 GU died, causing it to become a wild GU. It had to eat the skeletons on the battleground to barely survive, unable to fix its injuries. After that, it was attacked by Fang Yuan and Jie Yao together, the spring-autumn cicada was a rank 6 GU, it could not subdue rank 5 GU easily. Fang Yuan could only beat it till its last breath to subdue it. But precise so, the battle bone wheel was at the brink of destruction, when it appeared, several bone fragments fell off the wheel. One could say, its situation could not be any worse. Fang Yuan took out a bone bamboo GU from the gift box, using spring-autumn cicada's aura, he refined it instantly. This GU worms was shaped like a finger bone bamboo, it was pale white and looked like a white candle. Fang Yuan held the bone bamboo GU in his hand, as his primeval essence moved according to his will, going out of the aperture towards the underside of his tongue. The ghost fire GU was residing at the underside of his tongue, having formed into a blue lump of fire. Fang Yuan breathed in and blew out. With a "H-U-U-U" sound, he breathed out a lump of eerie blue ghost fire. The ghost fire landed on the bone bamboo GU, slowly burning the top of the bamboo. Fang Yuan held the bottom of the ghost bamboo GU like he was holding a candle. Ghost fire continued to burn, emitting a cold feeling that was chilling to the bone. As the top part of the bone bamboo GU burnt with ghost fire, it slowly melted and turned into a trace of white bone smoke, floating up. Fang Yuan placed the bone bamboo GU closer to the battle bone wheel, and the white bone smoke moved towards the crack of the battle bone wheel like it was sucked over. The battle bone wheel shook slightly as it recovered slowly. In a while, the eerie blue ghost fire got smaller, as Fang Yuan breathed out another lump of fire to sustain the candle. After 5 minutes, this bone bamboo GU was used up, as Fang Yuan took out the second bone bamboo GU from the gift box and continued using the ghost fire to ignite it, causing white bone smoke to appear. As he repeated the cycle, after more than 30 bone bamboo GU, Fang Yuan finally repaired the deepest crack on that battle bone wheel completely. The gift box, which was filled with bone bamboo GU, had lost about a quarter of them. If Fang Yuan wanted to repair the entire battle bone wheel, just these bone bamboo GU were not enough. And the battle bone wheel was far from being usable in battle. The deepest wound was fixed, but the other injuries were still plaguing the wheel. It was like a patient. After Fang Yuan's resuscitation, it was pulled back from the abyss of death. But this patient was still in grave danger. It needed to continue receiving treatment. You cannot get fat from eating one mouthful. Battle bone wheel's damage is too severe. But if that was not the case, I would not have been able to subdue it. Even if it is fully fixed now, my primeval essence cannot activate it. There is no rush here. Fang Yuan got down from the bed, flexing his numb limbs as he opened the windows. It was already dark, the stars were shining in the sky. It is time. Thinking of the banquet at night, Fang Yuan stepped out of his room. As he walked out the courtyard, Man Duo and Jade Tribe's father and son were already waiting for him. Man Duo greets Lord Chong Shan Yin. Man Duo saw Fang Yuan and immediately greeted, showing absolute respect. Have you all waited for a long time? Fang Yuan nodded, asking casually. Man Duo replied, it has only been 6 hours, it is not a problem. It is my great honor to stand before Lord's doors. Senior Chong Shan Yin, father has already set up a grand banquet nearby, awaiting your arrival. Jade Tribe's father and son will accompany you to this banquet as well. Fang Yuan looked at this Man Duo, feeling pity in his heart. This lad was intelligent and capable, but fate toyed with him, giving him poor aptitude. He was just like Fang Yuan in his previous life. All right then, come along. Fang Yuan rode his hump wolf as he left Jade Tribe campgrounds with the rest of them. Man Duo guided the group of about a dozen people as they rode their hump wolves to a faraway place. The cool night breeze blew past the ears, as the grassland was running in the opposite direction. Moonlight poured down like water. One could clearly see at a short distance, but from afar, the moonlight looked like a foggy veil. The grass on the ground was oozing with jade green essence. The mountains looked like they were gradually flowing towards the sky. Under such a night sky, wolves sprinted on the never-ending land, as the beautiful moon gave an unrestrained sense of freedom. As everyone sprinted, they saw a group of hump wolves on a mound. There were a group of GU masters sitting on the wolves' back. A GU master was waving a huge flag in his hands, that had the word, man, on it. After seeing Fang Yuan, the group of GU masters rode the hump wolves as they came over. Man Duo saw this and laughed. Lord Chong Shan Yin, my father is the one ahead, he is here to welcome you. This was the custom of Northern Plains. If an esteemed guest was invited, the host would often travel 10 li to greet them. The two groups of hump wolves met in the middle. Man Tribe leader got off his wolf, laughing as he walked over. Ha ha ha, today's moon is as bright as the sun, this is the radiance to welcome the return of Northern Plains hero. Lord Chong, I have heard so much about you. Man Tribe leader was 9 feet tall, he was extremely muscular and strong. He wore a loose sleeveless fur robe, showing his 2 shoulders. His ancient bronze-colored arms were thicker than a normal male's leg. But just as he finished his sentence, it seemed like heaven played prank on him. The night sky was covered by some dark clouds, as the moonlight vanished, causing the grassland to sink into darkness. Man Tribe leader's loud laughter became softer, as he felt extremely awkward. It was Man Duo who was quick-witted, immediately laughing as his eyes rolled. Senior Chong Shan Yin is our Northern Plains great hero. Father, you are the most respected hero in our Man Tribe. Tonight is a meeting of heroes. Look, the great aura of heroes caused heaven to tremble, causing winds and clouds to stir. His words caused the awkwardness to fade away, as Man Tribe leader's expression returned to normal as he walked to Fang Yuan. Fang Yuan and the others also got off the wolves. Man Tu first gave Fang Yuan a deep greeting, as Fang Yuan placed his right hand as his chest to return the greeting. Next, Man Tu stared at Man Duo intentionally, using a scolding tone. Nonsense. How can I compare to Lord Chong? Lord Chong was renowned in Northern Plains as the Wolf King. He dominated the world with his wolf enslavement skill. He even killed the rank 5 GU master Ha 2 GU, eliminating a bunch of bandits and got rid of a great evil, causing his name to go down his history. He, tribe leader Man Tu, why are you so humble? Fang Yuan laughed lightly. You are Man Tribe leader, ruler of near 1,000 GU masters. You are a true conqueror, leading Man Tribe to many victories, and you even control Hongyan Valley. You are the overlord of this area. My cultivated had fallen to rank 4 initial stage, while you are at peak stage, you surpass me greatly. Although I have wolf enslavement skill, I can only control beasts, unlike you who control people, our difference is night and day. Tribe leader Mantu is the true heroic conqueror. Mantu was stunned. The Wolf King was well known for his aloofness and arrogance, he was hard to talk to think he was so talkative now, and showed such a humble attitude. But he understood quickly after thinking about it. This Chong Shan Yin was famous when he was young, with the nature of a young man, he was arrogant. Now that he was a middle-aged man, and had gotten into such trouble, his nature had already been refined, it was normal for him to be more composed now. Mantu did not expect Fang Yuan to be so approachable, but to receive such praise from Wolf King Chong Shan Yin, he was secretly happy. He thought even more highly of Fang Yuan in his heart now. Although his cultivation was rank 4 initial stage, he had once killed the rank 5 Ha Tu Gu, Mantu did not dare to underestimate him. He laughed and said, Lord Chong was already rank 4 peak stage 20 years ago. Even though your cultivation fell due to injuries, you can still recover quickly, or even surpass your former cultivation. By then, how would my cultivation be your match? At this time, the dark clouds dispersed and moonlight shone down again. The two of you are the current hero and conqueror of Northern Plains. Zhe tribe leader spoke at an appropriate timing. The most valuable thing is that the meeting of tiger and wolf did not lead to a fight, but instead you appreciate each other. We are lucky to witness this is truly seeing the moon after the clouds part. Such words made everyone laugh. Ha ha ha, Brother Zhe, your words describe the scenery perfectly. Quick, the banquet has already been prepared, it is just nearby. Mantu looked at Fang Yuan and made an inviting pose. He did not set the banquet at his camp, but rushed here to set up the banquet close to Zhe tribe camp, it showed his hospitality and sincerity. Good, after you, Fang Yuan laughed and agreed, but his heart tightened. The dark clouds came and left quickly, it was a peculiar sight. Most likely, GU masters were on the move, it has not been a month since he buried fixed immortal travel GU. The immortal GU aura has not faded yet, hopefully a GU immortal does not find it. Chapter 446 Soul Path GU Immortal Gui Wang. Chapter 446 Soul Path GU Immortal Gui Wang. In the night sky, the moon shone brightly. A large group of dark clouds moved quickly despite looking slow, it moved above Fang Yuan and Gang's head, 5,000 li towards the south, towards the sky of an unnamed little hill. Dark clouds covered the beautiful moonlight, casting a large shadow as darkness engulfed this hill. The dark clouds stopped moving as a sword light flew out from it, it was the flying sword letter GU. The flying sword letter GU shot into the mound, and entered a mysterious space, vanishing. After a while, the little hill shook, as a bright red light flashed. The red light was dazzling, like the setting of the sun, it gathered into a lump, like the creation of a red sun. At once, the radius of a few hundred li was engulfed in bright red light. From this mini-sun, a jade bridge stretched out. A rank 6 GU immortal, having a youthful appearance and a round and white face, stepped on the bridge and walked out. He wore a snow fox fur robe. His face was glowing with red light as he looked up at the dark clouds, laughing, Gui Wang, it has been a while. Kek. Accompanying the terrible-sounding laughter, a person emerged from the dark clouds. He gave off the strong aura of a rank 6 GU immortal, it was Gui Wang. Gui Wang quickly descended, just as he was about to land on the ground, a large pair of greenish-black bat wings appeared behind his back. The bat wings flapped as he remained in the air, looking at the rank 6 GU immortal on the bridge. Loner Hong Yu, these are the lava bats I promised you, a total of 3,500,000. Take a look, Gui Wang spoke, his voice was very coarse and unpleasant, it gave people goosebumps. His appearance was also extremely ugly, messy hair, a high forehead, deep eye sockets, tightly shut eyes, and ears as large as half his brain. Loner Hong Yu heard this and raised his head, looking at the dark clouds in the sky. His brown eyes started heating up and turning red, turning into a color resembling heated metal. His gaze literally became hot, as it pierced through the dark clouds and allowed him to see the countless bats flying inside. These bats were all dark red in color, giving off great heat. They screeched as they flew around each other. Loner Hong Yu looked around as he nodded in satisfaction. 3.5 million lava bats indeed, with them, my Hong Yu blessed land would not need to get rid of lava into the ground every month, I can benefit from this greatly. I will keep these lava bats. Kekekekek, Gui Wang laughed heartily, the dark clouds tore open as the bats flew out after losing their restraints. These bats did not fly around randomly, they quickly descended like a black-red waterfall, entering the sun. Each blessed land's door was different. This mini-sun was Hongyu Blessed Land's entrance. After these chaotic bats were brought into Hongyu Blessed Land, Gui Wang said, "Loner Hongyu, since you accepted these bats, it means you agreed to barge into Langya Blessed Land with me." "Of course, when have I, Loner Hongyu, ever broken my promise? A month later, we will get to Langya Blessed Land. But that land spirit is still around, with just the two of us, it might not be enough." Loner Hongyu said in worry. "You do not have to worry about this, I have asked the Wahai Three Immortals to help." Gui Wang said. "Oh, the righteous path's Wahai Three Immortals agreed." Loner Hongyu was shocked. "HMPH, what is righteous, what is demonic? It is but personal interests. Langya Blessed Land has countless recipes, the Wahai Three Immortals are obviously moved." "Haha, you are right. I have to make arrangements for these bats, I will not send you off Gui Wang." Loner Hongyu said. Gui Wang snorted as his bat wings flapped, bringing his body into the dark clouds as quickly as lightning. Dark clouds moved, flying towards the north, covering the moon in its path. As it entered poison grassland's sky, the cloud stopped. Gui Wang stopped and showed some confusion. What's going on? There is the aura of an immortal Gu. He showed a look of disbelief as he landed. The place he was standing at was the location where Fang Yuan and Jie Yao first met. Although the immortal Gu's aura is already extremely weak, it is a real immortal Gu. Strange, there is the aura of an immortal Gu, but no Gu immortal's aura. Is this a wild immortal Gu? No, that's not right, this is man-made. That means, a mortal obtained an immortal Gu. Gui Wang thought about this and felt great excitement. 50 years had already passed since he rose to Gu immortal realm, yet he still had no immortal Gu, forced to use rank 5 Gu worms only. Immortal Gu were extremely rare, many Gu immortal live their entire life without having a single one. Don't tell me, after working hard for half my life, my luck is finally here. An immortal Gu's allure was overwhelming, Gui Wang's heart was palpitating. He flapped his wings, following the immortal Gu's aura as he flew over. He wanted to search for the Gu using the trail of aura. After a moment, he stopped, the sea of ghost-face sunflowers was before him. To think there are so many ghost-face sunflowers here, kekekek, they are mine. Gui Wang laughed coldly, although his eyes were closed, it did not obstruct his vision. He willed and the dark cloud which accompanied him started rolling, as it descended like a huge beast, biting the large field of sunflowers. Immediately, countless ghost-face Gu flew up as numerous ghost-cry Gu started to shriek. Nether Ghost Claw. Gui Wang stretched out his hand and a huge green claw shadow appeared, scooping up these ghost-cry Gu and ghost-face Gu. At once, many wild Gu were caught. A moment later, the dark clouds flew into the sky again, the sea of sunflowers was gone, only a huge crater was left in the ground. Great harvest. Gui Wang's mood was good, compared to the immortal Gu, this was a small appetizer. After leaving the newly created hole, Gui Wang frowned, what's going on? The immortal Gu's aura weakened. Don't tell me, it's sealed. He continued flying forward, trailing after fixed immortal travel Gu's aura, he was extremely fast. After 15 minutes, his eyebrows raised. The immortal Gu's aura moved from the ground to the air, how can this be? He looked around, and after a few breaths' time, he understood. I see, this is the Earth Spike Rat's territory, this mortal Gu master flew across it. Hey, his Gu worms are not bad, actually having a flying Gu. Gui Wang snickered as he spread his wings and flew into the air. He followed Fang Yuan's previous path, meeting the shadow crows along the way. A bunch of small birds. Gui Wang snorted, his body shook slightly as 100 pale wandering ghosts flew out. Rank 5, 100 ghost night travel Gu. The wandering spirits flew around, knocking into the shadow crows and smashing their soul to bits. The shadow crows' bodies were unharmed, but they fell down and were dismembered by the Earth Spike Rats. Gui Wang went on a slaughtering spree, as this area's blood smell intensified, causing more shadow crows to come and scavenge for food. At the same time, the entire Earth Spike Rat group was alerted, they pierced out of the ground attempting to attack Gui Wang. Gui Wang chuckled, activating 100 ghost night travel Gu and several hundred ghost face Gu. At once, numerous spirits and souls flew in the air, different ghost faces danced in the air, like a stone mill crushing everything in its path. Hundreds to thousands of shadow crows fell onto the ground like dumpling entering a pot. The Earth Spike Rats feasted upon their bodies, but the wandering spirits and ghost faces caused damage to them as well. Earth's spikes hit Gui Wang's body one after another, but were repelled by the black light on his body. Other than that, many shadow crows assaulted him with their steel claws. Gui Wang neither dodged nor avoided, he flew straight ahead. If it was a rank 5 GU master, under such circumstances, facing numerous attacks every second, he would run out of primeval essence after a moment. But GU immortals had immortal essence. One bead of green grape immortal essence could be diluted into a large amount of primeval essence. It could fill the entire blessed land for tens of years, even 100 years without vanishing. This meant that every GU immortal had endless primeval essence that they could use, able to use rank 5 GU without stopping. After thousands of shadow crows were sacrificed, the shadow crows retreated in fear. Gui Wang did not chase them. After flying past the Earth Spike Rat's territory, he landed at the place Fang Yuan landed. This was where Fang Yuan used Dusty GU on Bright Pearl GU. The aura thinned again. How can a mortal seal an immortal GU? No, there is another possibility, that is this immortal GU is heavily injured on the verge of death. I have to hurry. Gui Wang felt a strong sense of pressure as he continued flying close to the ground. Using another rank 5 GU worm to accelerate, he raised his speed again. 20 minutes later, he arrived at the battlefield where Chongshan Yin and Ha 2 GU fought to their deaths. Here, Fang Yuan took out Chongshan Yin's corpse and used Dark Toss GU to suppress fixed immortal travel Gu's aura again. Sensing that the immortal Gu's aura was near indiscernible, Gui Wang's patience reached its limits. He stopped for a moment, using his investigative GU to scan the surrounding, continuing on his journey after having no discoveries. This immortal GU will be mine. Be it dead or alive, I must see it. Gui Wang flew close to the ground, swearing in his heart. The banquet had already been going on for a long time. There were young women dancing, delicious wine and food to consume. Under this lively atmosphere, Fang Yuan had already formed a brotherly relationship with Mantu. Brother Mantu, I offer you a toast. I hope that you can do me a favor and mend your relationship with Zhe tribe. Fang Yuan raised his wine cup and drank. Mantu showed a look of difficulty. After drinking the wine in his cup, he said, I would not dare to refuse Brother Chang's wine, but Hongyan Valley is a small place. We Man tribe expanded quickly and now our numbers are huge. If we have to provide for another Man tribe, I'm afraid moreover, Zhe tribe went back on their words. The promised wedding was delayed and even fell through. We are truly angry and disappointed. Mantu sounded angry, but he already had a scheme in his heart. He wanted to absorb Zhe tribe, but he could not find an excuse. At the same time, old Zhe tribe leader was a rank 4 GU master. With him still around, Man tribe could not take them down easily. Thus, when Man Duo proposed the wedding, he agreed immediately. Next, with news of Zhe Yao's death from Zhe tribe, Mantu did not believe. In his opinion, this was an excuse of Zhe tribe after they realized Mantu's intention of devouring them. Chapter 447 Hints and Clues GU. Chapter 447, Hints and Clues GU. Speaking about Zhe tribe, the lively banquet atmosphere turned cold. Old Zhe tribe leader quickly stood up and gave an explanation. Zhe Guang stood at one side, looking at his father. He felt bitter and pained. His sister was dead, his father was grieving, he wished none of this was real. But now, he had to explain to outsiders, proving to them that his daughter was truly dead. This was such a painful torture. While Mantu listened to their explanations, he refused to accept it. Chongshan Yin was a righteous hero, and also the genius GU master that Chong tribe nurtured back in the day. After he killed Ha 2 GU and the bandits, he was praised by the people, and with his great reputation, he was known by almost everyone in Northern Plains. Thus, to give Chongshan Yin face, Mantu gave them his full attention. But even if Chongshan Yin's reputation was 5 or 6 times higher than now, it could not match the benefits of him absorbing Zhe tribe. Now that he had a proper excuse to do so, Mantu would not let go of it so easily. Thus, he, patiently, listened to Zhe tribe leader's explanation before looking at his third son. Manduo laughed coldly in his heart, standing up. He bowed deeply at Fang Yuan, before taking out a GU worms in public. Please take a look, Senior Chong. This GU looked like a butterfly. Its long body was like an incense stick, with its tail still burning with thick smoke. The smoke changed into rainbow-like colors at times, while being colorless and odorless at times. Is this the chase smoke GU from ancient times? Fang Yuan's gaze shone. Manduo was stunned, using a tone of admiration. Senior is absolutely right, this junior is in awe of Senior's knowledge. I obtained this GU by chance. As long as one is stained by this smoke, it would not dissipate for months. It is perfect for finding someone's traces. After pausing for a while, he continued, to speak the truth, when Junior first saw Zhe Yao, I used this GU on her. Now, as long as we activate this smoke GU, the traces will appear and we can see it clearly. Man Duo had a smug expression as he continued, Zhe tribe leader, if we use this GU, and find Zhe Yao hiding in your tribe's campgrounds, what will we do? He wanted to devour Zhe tribe, he obviously had plans. This chase smoke GU was suggested by Man Duo, to think that it would actually be used like this. Facing Man Duo's threat, Zhe tribe father and son relaxed in their heart. This chase smoke GU was good, once it was used, the truth of their words would be attested to without doubt. But Fang Yuan's heart jumped, this chase smoke GU could stain people who got close to it. He had once been in close proximity with Zhe Yao, and even hugged her. With this smoke, wouldn't he be exposed? What now? Fang Yuan did not expect this, his heart was sinking. The GU worm set on him was Chong Shanyan's enslavement path GU worms, it was good at huge battles but had little use for personal fights. At this banquet, he was only rank 4 initial stage, but Man tribe and Zhe tribe leader had higher cultivation. There were even several elders and guards with rank 3 cultivation. Even if he brought the wolves over, 2 to 3,000 ordinary wolves could not turn this situation around. At once, Fang Yuan's mind worked at lightning speed, all sorts of possibilities appeared as they sparked like flint. Soon after, he laughed heartily, this is great. With the chase smoke GU to certify, the truth will be out. Junior, quickly use it. He wanted to stall for time or reject the use of it, but that was impossible. Firstly, he as an outsider rejecting the use of chase smoke GU was very strange, it was almost admitting his guilt. Secondly, be it Man tribe or Zhe tribe, they both wanted to use chase smoke GU to confirm some details, there was no way to change their minds now. Thirdly, chase smoke GU was in the hands of someone else, even if Fang Yuan objected to it, could he stop Man tribe from using it? Thus, Fang Yuan took the initiative to urge him, giving them an impression of being open and fearless. Hearing Fang Yuan's words, Man too was overjoyed, since brother Chong Shanyan has said it, son, use it. But Man Duo was not happy, he observed the people's expressions, and realized that Man tribe father and son were looking forward to this. Is Zhe Yao really dead? Man Duo controlled his uneasiness and willed, activating this chase smoke GU. At once, the colorless and odorless smoke appeared in the air, turning black. What's going on? This is. As expected, there was a thick cloud of smoke on Fang Yuan, in this illuminated banquet, it was very eye-catching. At once, everyone's gaze was on him. The lively atmosphere immediately turned solemn, no one said a word, there was a heavy mood in everyone. Fang Yuan frowned, his expression was a combination of shock and surprise, it made people think he was innocent. As if he thought that he was not eye-catching enough, Fang Yuan stood up from among the crowd, leaving his seat as he walked around. The black smoke trailed after him, forming a black smoke tail behind Fang Yuan. Man Duo's gaze flickered as Man Tu said happily, that means brother Chong Shanyan has met Zhe Yao, and even had close interaction with her. Old Man tribe leader had a complicated expression as he looked at Fang Yuan with an uncertain gaze. Zhe Guang was still young, he was not composed enough as he stood up from his seat, staring at Fang Yuan in suspicion, asking, Uncle Chong Shanyan, what is going on? Did you meet my sister Zhe Yao when you were in Poison Grassland? Fang Yuan's expression was solemn, he did not explain himself, but walked back to his seat, saying seriously, to speak the truth, you are suspicious, but so am I, why is there so much smoke following me? Man Duo said sinisterly, Senior Chong is a great hero of Northern Plains, I would not dare to come up with a conjecture for your suspicions. Senior Chong Shanyan, Zhe Guang could not hold it any longer, he stared at Fang Yuan with a flickering gaze. Fang Yuan heard him and looked at Zhe Guang in the eye with no guilt, then turning to old Zhe tribe leader, Brother Zhe, you know my character. I swear in the name of the Wolf King, I did not meet your daughter in Poison Grassland. Zhe tribe leader placed his right hand at his chest, making a great gesture with a solemn expression, Brother Chong Shanyan, we hit it off so well when we first met, I believe your words. Zhe Guang by the side wanted to speak but he controlled himself. Fang Yuan obviously understood that these words were not enough to dispel their suspicions. Immediately after, he frowned, showing a thinking expression, saying, I slept for 20 years, after I woke up, I left Poison Grassland. Along the way, I subdued many poison-beard wolves, during the cold nights, I rest on the fur of my wolves to gain warmth. Most likely, one of the wolves ate brother's daughter, and thus, the smoke was passed to me when we made contact. Is that so? Zhe Guang gritted his teeth, his gaze flickering continuously. Fang Yuan's explanation made perfect sense. He was the first person who saw Fang Yuan leave Poison Grassland. When he saved him from the Wind Wolf group, he was manipulating the Poison Beard Wolves. We can get to the truth easily. My wolf pack is still resting in Zhe Tribe's ranch. Can everyone follow me to the ranch, and we will be able to see the truth? Fang Yuan suggested. This suggestion made everyone interested. Then we will go ahead with this. Mantu turned his gaze at Zhe Tribe father and son. He still did not believe Zhe Yao was dead. Old Zhe Tribe leader stood up. Let's go, we can be the witnesses. Everyone rode their hump wolves towards Zhe Tribe's ranch. Fang Yuan's wolf pack was resting inside. They were strong and fit. Under the night sky, the Poison Beard wolves were more energetic. Using the chase smoke goose black smoke, the group successfully found out that a few of the Poison Beard wolves had much thicker smoke than Fang Yuan. O longevity heaven, with the blessing of our ancestors, the murderer of my daughter was here all along. Zhe Tribe leader saw this and cried in pain. He next bowed deeply at Fang Yuan. Just as he was about to speak, Fang Yuan stopped him. Brother Zhe, I know what you want to say. These Poison Beard wolves are yours to deal with. Fang Yuan said. Old Zhe Tribe leader cried tears of gratitude. Benefactor Chong Shanyin, thank you. You not only saved my son, but you also brought the murderer of my daughter here. You are the closest friend of our Zhe Tribe for eternity. Zhe Guang was silent. It was true that Fang Yuan saved him, but this was not enough to certify that he was innocent. If Chong Shanyin killed his sister and ordered the Poison Beard wolves to consume his sister's corpse, that would also cause this result. Mantu was panicking at the side. From start to end, he did not believe Zhe Yao is dead. If Zhe Tribe discovered the chase smoke Jiu and cooperated with Zhe Yao to fake this, it was very easy. Thus, he spoke. Zhe Tribe leader, you have truly misunderstood Brother Chong Shanyin. Brother Chong is a great hero of Northern Plains. He is such an admirable person. How could he commit such a sinful act? The way I see it, we should follow this chase smoke Jiu into Poison Grassland and continue to collect evidence to clear Brother Chang's name. He wanted to use Fang Yuan as an excuse to find out the truth, whether Zhe Yao was really dead or not. If Zhe Yao entered Poison Grassland, there would surely be a trail of smoke along the way. But at this time, Zhe Guang spoke. No need for that, I have a way to prove Uncle Chong Shanyin's innocence. Father, back then when you prepared a set of precious water path GU worms for sister, you used the rank 5 hints and clues GU on them. Sister knows this, thus if she is killed, she will follow your instructions to keep these GU worms intact, leaving them for her murderer. This way, we can find her killer and exact revenge for her. As long as you take out that hints and clues GU, that will be the best proof. Saying so, Zhe Guang looked deeply at Fang Yuan. Chapter 448 Obtaining another rank 5 GU. Chapter 448. Obtaining another rank 5 GU. Gui Wang moved quickly along the way, following the faint Immortal GU aura to a stalk of snow spirea. The Immortal Gu's aura stopped here, the trail ends here. Gui Wang's gaze was anxious as he searched all around the snow spirea. No Immortal GU. The snow spirea's snow wash GU was already taken, obviously someone came here. But why is there no Immortal GU? If the Immortal GU continued moving, its aura would move too. But this aura ended here. Is the Immortal GU dead? Gui Wang had a guess. But he refused to believe this. He used his investigative GU and searched the entire place thoroughly. No, there's nothing here. Gui Wang gritted his teeth. His heart was filled with indignance and regret. Wait. Suddenly, his gaze turned ruthless as he thought of a possibility. At the center of this poison grassland is Zidu Blessed Land. The rank 7 GU Immortal Lady Poison Scorpion lives in it. Did she take the Immortal GU? Immortal's aperture cannot hold an Immortal GU, but a GU Immortal's aperture can. After the Immortal GU enters the aperture, the aura would stop leaking. In that case, this would be the most logical explanation. That means Lady Poison Scorpion stayed home and had an Immortal GU arrive at her doorsteps. Damn it, curses. Gui Wang stomped his foot. He would rather believe that the GU was taken by Lady Poison Scorpion than the fact that it could have died. But he would never guess that the real Immortal GU did not die, but instead Fang Yuan used Iron Cabinet GU to seal its aura before backtracking and burying the GU along the way. Gui Wang followed the aura's trail, moving forward. As Fang Yuan controlled the sealing, the GU worm's aura weakened as he followed it. This created a speculation. Gui Wang wanted to chase after the GU. He would never have guessed that along the way, the fixed Immortal Travel GU was buried somewhere. When he thought of Lady Poison Scorpion, jealousy and hatred forced his speculations to hit a dead end. Lady Poison Scorpion is a rank 7 GU immortal, she is very strong. I can gather the Wahai 3 immortals and Loner Hong Yu to attack Langya Blessed Land, that is because of the promised benefits. I do not have the bargaining chips to get them to attack Zidu Blessed Land as well. This is so hateful, if I came 10 days ago, the immortal GU might have been mine. Looking at the time, Zidu Blessed Land is about to open its doors and expel the poisonous gas inside. I am not her match, I should leave now. Gui Wang stomped his feet and flew into the air, entering the dark clouds. The dark cloud moved around as Gui Wang looked around with indignance, only after a long while did he fly back to his home. This was destined to be a busy night. At Zhe Tribe Ranch, everyone's attention was on Fang Yuan. If Fang Yuan killed Zhe Yao and took her GU, the hints and clues GU would cause him to be exposed. Fang Yuan's earlier lie would be exposed as well. If you did not meet Zhe Yao, why do you have her GU? By then, no explanations would work. Son, Zhe tribe leader stared angrily at Zhe Guang, extremely furious. Benefactor Chong Shan-yin is so righteous and upright, how can you be suspicious of him? Quickly kneel down and kowtow to our benefactor to ask for forgiveness. Father. Zhe Guang was shocked, he did not expect Zhe tribe leader's reaction. Wasn't he always trying to get revenge for sister? Father missed out one point so I pointed it out for him, what did I do wrong? At one side, Man tribe father and son started watching this show as bystanders. Brother Zhe, your son had said that, you do have a hints and clues GU right. Fang Yuan's expression was calm, his gaze clear as water, then please take it out and activate it. This, old Zhe tribe leader hesitated. Brother Zhe, if you have a method to prove my innocence, why are you still hiding it? Ha ha ha, I am overjoyed by it. Fang Yuan smiled warmly. Zhe tribe leader observed his expression for a while, then looked at Man tribe's father and son. The two were staying silent, quietly watching this, but their gazes had deep meaning in them. Never mind, since benefactor Chong Shan-yin insists, I will go ahead with it. Zhe tribe leader gritted his teeth and took out hints and clues GU. This GU was shaped like a black spider, it was fist-sized and was plump. 8 hairy black legs with shiny tips, resembling water chestnuts. Zhe tribe leader injected primeval essence, and hints and clues Gu's body gave out a faint white light. Within 500 li, if there were GU worms that were marked by the GU master, it would emit a red light and point in their direction. If the GU master was hiding the GU worms inside their aperture, this range would be only within 1,000 steps, but it stayed in Zhe tribe leader's hand without having any changes. Seeing this, Zhe Guang kneeled on the ground with a plop and kowtowed to Fang Yuan. Uncle Chong Shan-yin, I was wrong. I wanted to get to the bottom of the matter and offended you. Please punish me. Quickly get up, I have to thank you for proving my innocence, what wrong did you do? Fang Yuan smiled faintly as he helped Zhe Guang get up. Rewinding back to the day when Fang Yuan killed Zhe Yao. Before death, the young girl cried, Chong Shan-yin, I don't know how I am blocking your path to success. But now, even if you kill me, I do not hate you. Maybe you are seeking revenge. I will leave all my GU worms to you, I hope they can be of some use for your path to success. Cough cough, the girl coughed out blood and begged Fang Yuan with a grieved smile, I am going to die, but before I die, I have a small favor to ask. I hope you can hug me, I really want to feel your warm embrace. However, Fang Yuan did not move, his gaze coldly looking at the girl. He looked at the girl and saw her expression becoming stiffer as vitality left her bit by bit. Finally, the flower-like girl became an ice-cold corpse. Fang Yuan fell into a long silence as he looked at Zhe Yao's face. She gave all her GU to me. What is the meaning of this? She loved Chong Shan-yin indeed, but how can she not hate me for killing her? Her love was only a young girl's affection, breeding for only a few days. Her hatred was due to the loss of her life, the hatred of being killed. It is evident which is a stronger emotion. Hey, this girl is still too young, her acting is terrible, how can she hide that hatred in her eyes when she spoke to me? Although I lack GU worms, and her GU worms are all of high quality, she intentionally left them for me to play it safe, I should not take them. Next, Fang Yuan willed, and the poison-beard wolves moved, devouring her corpse until nothing was left. From start to end, he did not touch the GU worms in Zhe Yao's aperture at all. Seeing this result, Zhe tribe leader breathed out a sigh of relief, praising Fang Yuan continuously, Brother Chong Shan-yin, I have learned much today. You are indeed a great hero of the grassland, your conduct is like tonight's moon, pure like water, with no impurities. No matter how dirty the floor is, it will not pollute the moon. No matter how thick the clouds are, they will not hinder your radiance. We Zhe tribe owe you a great deal. My son was rash and suspected you. We only have this rank 5 hints and clues Gu. I will give it to you today as an apology, please accept it, otherwise, I will not be able to sleep properly. Rank 5 Gu was hard to come by, but under everyone's gaze, Zhe tribe leader handed it over to Fang Yuan. Fang Yuan rejected it for a few times, but Zhe tribe leader was very insistent, he had no choice but to accept it. Just like this, Fang Yuan obtained his second rank 5 Gu in Northern Plains. Next, everyone continued the banquet until late into the night, as they parted happily under the moon. Mantu invited Fang Yuan earnestly to be a guest as his tribe. But Fang Yuan said that he was going to leave not long later, to join the heroes' assembly. But before leaving, he would go visit Man tribe first. Looking at Fang Yuan and Zhe tribe's father and son leave on their hump wolves, Mantu's smile vanished and his expression turned ugly. It seems this Zhe Yao is dead without doubt. Mantu's tone was gloomy. Father, no need to fret. Man Duo at the side snickered. This Zhe tribe wants to make use of Hongyan Valley, he has to beg us, they have nowhere to run. Listening to his son's words, Mantu's expression relaxed, he patted Man Duo's shoulders. You are right, I was too obsessed with it. These years, Man tribe had been expanding, you have contributed greatly to it. But you are only C grade in aptitude, your talent is insufficient. When father retires, and your elder brother takes charge of Man tribe, you have to assist him well. Yes father, do not worry. Man Duo replied curtly and positively, but he was snorting in his heart. He was also his father's son, why can't he compete for the leader's role, why must he give it to his brother? Because of aptitude, he cannot become the tribe leader. No, if elder brother ascended to the position of tribe leader, he will kill me. Sigh, what a pity, I wanted to marry Zhe Yao to make Zhe tribe part of my force, with this relationship tying us together. But heaven played a joke on me, Zhe Yao actually died. Unfilial son, kneel down. Once they got into the secret room, with only the two of them left, Zhe tribe leader's expression sank as he screamed at Zhe Guang. Father. Zhe Guang was shocked, he did not understand why his father was so furious, but he subconsciously kneeled down first. Father, I am your son, you can scold or beat me, as long as your anger fades. But I have a request, I hope that father can tell me why you are so furious after you calm down. I will change and no longer make you angry. Zhe Guang said. Zhe tribe leader laughed coldly, standing before Zhe Guang and pointing at his nose. I know you feel very indignant, let father tell you the reason, to let you know the immense danger we were in tonight. Did you really think Man Duo proposed to your sister because of her good looks? Zhe Guang was stunned, was that not the case? Zhe Yao was the beauty of our tribe, so many youngsters were chasing after her. Bullshit, Zhe tribe leader howled, beauty is just the icing on top of authority. Man Duo has Mantu behind him, his objective is to devour our Zhe tribe, that is why Mantu supported Man Duo greatly to marry your sister. Chapter 449 Strength is the most important. Chapter 449, Strength is the most important. Huh, Man tribe wants to devour our Zhe tribe. Zhe Guang screamed. Old Zhe tribe leader sighed. Sigh, your sister is already dead, they were not willing to listen to my explanation, why do you think that is the case? Because this excuse is perfect for them to send their troops. But father found Chong Shan Yin to assist us, he was the hero of Northern Plains, he had great reputation, and had Chong tribe behind him. Mantu did not dare to accuse us blindly, thus he did not attack us tonight. Zhe Guang exclaimed. There is such a twist behind it. But father, I do not understand, since you understood Man tribe's intentions already, why did you agree to this wedding, and betrothed sister to that monkey Man Duo? Zhe tribe leader raised his finger, knocking on Zhe Guang's head, do you not have a brain? Why did I agree to the wedding? Did you think I want to torture my own daughter? It is because the great blizzard is coming, if we can become relatives through marriage, we can stay inside Hongyan Valley, and protect all our tribesmen. Sacrificing your sister's happiness to protect Zhe tribe. This wedding is a transaction, sigh, but your sister ran away from her wedding, and died in poison grassland. Zhe Guang frowned, blinking, Father, I understand now. No, you know nothing. Zhe tribe leader understood his son well, he explained in a disappointed tone, tonight, Man tribe leader invited Chong Shan Yin, and we followed him. But the truth is, their target was us, and I dragged Chong Shan Yin along as our shield. That Man Duo used the chase smoke Gu, he is truly evil. When all of you suspected Chongshan Yin, I said to him that I trusted him completely. Did you think I was not suspicious? I am not so muddle-headed yet. Zhe tribe leader stomped his foot, his tone was grim, but father did not dare to suspect him. The reason we could contend with Man tribe is because of Chongshan Yin. If we suspected him, their instigation would have succeeded, and ruined our relationship with Chongshan Yin. If Chongshan Yin did not side with us, we might not return alive from tonight's banquet. Shock was written all over Zhe Guang's face. Ah, are they so daring, would they try to kill the both of us? HMPH, why did you think that you met so many wind wolves during the search? In Northern Plains, there are lots of instances where beast groups were used to commit murder. But tonight, Man tribe might not kill us, but they would imprison us. By then, they would use Zhe Yao's matter as an excuse to devour our Zhe tribe. Without us, Zhe tribe would be without a leader, the result would be disastrous. Hearing his father's explanation, Zhe Guang finally understood the danger they were in, showing after fear on his face. For the sake of the tribe, for the big picture, even if Chongshan Yin was the killer, we cannot suspect him. Did you really think I forgot the hints and clues, Ji? How can that be? But you had to mention it. If the killer was really Chongshan Yin, what would we do? Old Zhe tribe leader spoke meaningfully. Zhe Guang fell into deep silence. After a long while, he said, so that is why father gave the precious hints and clues Ji to Chongshan Yin. It is to mend our relationship with him, so that he would side with us. Old Zhe tribe leader nodded. You are finally learning. Son, although you have outstanding aptitude and high cultivation, you are still far from being the new Zhe tribe leader. Father, it is great to have you around. I will have to learn more from you. Zhe tribe can lose anybody but you, father. Zhe Guang said in admiration. Zhe tribe leader shook his head. Time waits for no man. I am already old. Zhe tribe is counting on you. Sigh after this matter. I have understood man too. He is a greedy jackal. No matter how much his wealth is, he would never be satisfied. Now that your sister is gone, we have no excuses left to use Hongyan Valley. But we cannot disband and join Man tribe, right? Zhe tribe cannot go extinct like this, otherwise I will be the greatest sinner of our tribe. After this night, I have already learned that we cannot stay here any longer, otherwise we will definitely be devoured by Man tribe. A few days later, we will depart for the Heroes' Assembly. Father, if we leave like this, will they let us go so easily? Zhe Guang was worried as he asked. Of course they are not willing to let us go, but we are traveling with Chongshan Yin. Man too is wary of Chongshan Yin, he would not strike. Zhe tribe leader snickered. But, we are making use of senior Chongshan Yin like this, isn't that? Zhe Guang was apprehensive. You fool, why would we not make use of him? What's wrong with that? A good hunter makes full use of his surroundings. When we have insufficient strength, we use knowledge to supplement it. This is all for the survival of the clan. After Zhe tribe leader scolded, he stopped and showed a complex expression, but this Chongshan Yin is truly a legendary heroic character. He might have already understood the situation, yet he still chose to side with us. Such a righteous and upright person, choosing to assist the weak, he is truly the role model of the righteous path, the light of the people. Son, rejoice, we Zhe tribe actually met such a person. Time passed quickly, a few days went by. Inside the room, Fang Yuan held his bone bamboo Gu as the ghost fire burned it completely, breathing out heavily. This is the final bone bamboo Gu. These days, he worked hard and used up all 100 of the bone bamboo Gu in the gift box. After his treatment, 8 of Battle Bone Wheel's most severe wounds were healed. Now, although the wheel was still covered in injuries and cracks, it had left the emergency stage. Sending the Battle Bone Wheel back to the aperture, Fang Yuan started to inspect his aperture. He had rank 4 peak stage cultivation. Thus, his aperture walls were in the form of transparent crystals. His primeval sea was at 90% full, all of it was true gold primeval essence. But Fang Yuan had just arrived in Northern Plains. Before he adapted to the environment, his true gold primeval essence was only at the initial stage light gold primeval essence. Thus, Fang Yuan's cultivation was not progressing. Using light gold primeval essence, I cannot break through the aperture walls and become a rank 5 GU master. To accelerate my adaptation, there are ways to do so. Most commonly, it is to use the third watch GU to accelerate my own time. But that way, the GU master's lifespan will also be shortened proportionally. Such a measure that pursued quick success was not acceptable to Fang Yuan. It was not because he treasured his lifespan, but because of spring-autumn cicada. If Fang Yuan used third watch GU on himself, the river of time on him will flow 3 times faster. That way, the spring-autumn cicada's recovery will also be 3 times as fast. Other than his vital GU and fixed immortal travel GU in poison grassland, Fang Yuan still had multiple GU worms. Among them were 2 rank 5 GU from northern plains. One was Battle Bone Wheel, it was recovering and could not be used in the meantime. The other was Hints and Clues GU, it could be used to scout or track people. Zhe tribe still had some foundations, they actually had a rank 5 Hints and Clues GU. This GU can be used to track GU worms, it is used to capture wild GU worms to prevent them from escaping. Unfortunately, even though Zhe tribe leader had this GU worm, he did not dare to search for his own daughter. Towards the conflict between Zhe tribe and Man tribe, Fang Yuan was clear as day. Mantu's third son Manduo had great ambition, he wanted the tribe leader position, but because of his low cultivation, he wanted to have Zhe tribe. After marrying Zhe Yao, and making Zhe tribe related to him through his wife, they would be able to fight for the tribe leader position. Mantu was not necessarily ignorant of his son's intentions, but he was very interested in devouring Zhe tribe. Meanwhile, Zhe tribe wanted to use the marriage to sacrifice Zhe Yao in exchange for Hongyan Valley, to survive the once in 10 years great blizzard, and get through this difficulty. Zhe tribe naturally did not want to dissolve, but Man tribe wanted to gain the benefits of absorbing them without facing any consequences. After Zhe Yao escaped, Man tribe used this excuse to turn on them, in fact, they might have even caused Zhe Guang's incident. As long as they killed Zhe tribe's father and son, Zhe tribe would be leaderless, and they would fall into chaos, easily taken over by Man tribe. Zhe Guang was ignorant and naive, but old Zhe tribe leader was experienced and wise, he knew the circumstances they were in, and found out that he was unable to satisfy Mantu's greed, but at this point, they had no way out, thus he controlled himself and stayed inside the tribe, not giving Man tribe a chance to strike. Chong Shanyan's arrival gave Zhe tribe hopes of getting out of this problem. When old Zhe tribe leader found out Fang Yuan's identity as Chong Shanyan, he thought of using him. Thus, he attended to Fang Yuan warmly and even gave 1,000,000 primeval stones as a gift. Next, he did well, using Chong Shanyan's power to contest with Man tribe. At that moonlight banquet, it might have looked like a cozy gathering, but the 3 sides were competing, danger was lurking at every corner, and everyone was hiding their lethal weapons. The result was, Man tribe suffered a setback, not only did they fail to deal with Zhe tribe, they even lost the excuse that they had, Zhe Yao. But they did not lose, they were still the strongest among the 3. Zhe tribe used Chong Shanyan, making use of his reputation to protect their tribe, surviving this crisis. Even though they succeeded, they were still at the weaker position. As for Fang Yuan, he pretended to be ignorant, using the 2 sides and their conflict to achieve his goal of spreading his name, while benefiting from their competition and strengthening himself. Man is the spirit of all beings, when humans competed, it was not simply through fights and killing. Even in this primitive and open northern plains, knowledge and schemes was still used to compete. As for Zhe Yao, this innocent young girl was only a sacrifice for the 2 tribes' political struggle. In fact, according to Fang Yuan's personal guess, Zhe Yao's escape was unnatural, she was able to get out of the tightly secured Zhe tribe camp, mostly likely the old Zhe tribe leader had arranged for it in an attempted to probe Man tribe. But accidents always happened in reality, plans cannot keep up with changes, Man tribe's eldest son or second son might have struck, afraid of Man duo gaining power, hoping that Zhe Yao would die. Anyway, after Zhe Yao escaped to poison grassland and met Fang Yuan, the series of events unfolded. Shaking his head, Fang Yuan cleared these guesses out of his mind, the basis of any scheme is power. Why did Man tribe not attack Zhe tribe directly? That is because they were not a super tribe but a large tribe only, they had limited strength. Why was Zhe tribe able to stay safe until now? Not just because of me, but also because of their foundation as a former large tribe. If old Zhe tribe leader had rank 5 cultivation, he might have used Hints and Clues GU long ago. No matter which world, strength is the foundation for everything. But now, the astute Zhe tribe leader might be planning to migrate his tribe again. To deal with the 10-year blizzard, he might need to borrow the imperial court's power. Chapter 450 Measuring the stature of great men by the yardstick of small men. Chapter 450 Measuring the stature of great men by the yardstick of small men. What happened next was all according to Fang Yuan's expectations. Just a day later, Zhe tribe leader visited Fang Yuan, saying he had thought it through, he did not want to stay in Hongyan Valley, but instead wanted to migrate the entire tribe, to participate in the Heroes' Assembly and fighting for a place in the imperial court. Fang Yuan knew old Jie tribe leader's intentions, it was to make use of Chongshan Yin once more to get free of Man tribe's control. Fang Yuan agreed immediately. If he was to travel on the grassland alone, it would be troublesome. With the accompaniment of Jie tribe, the risks would be much lower, and he would have a layer of protection. Brother Jie is wise, but we cannot wait anymore, we should leave as soon as possible. Once we make a move, I'm sure Man tribe would notice immediately. Fang Yuan reminded. Old Jie tribe leader's heart shook. Just hearing this sentence, he knew Chongshan Yin was aware of what was happening. Fang Yuan continued. I had originally promised Man tribe to visit them. But since Jie tribe is relocating, to play safe, I will not go to them. Just say that I had felt my cultivation returning during these few days and have gone into closed cultivation. I will write a letter now, I will have to trouble brother to find someone to send it over for me. If Jie tribe did not relocate, then Fang Yuan would have no issues visiting Man tribe. But if Jie tribe wanted to leave, Man tribe would not let go of them. Man tribe is worried about Jie tribe and Chongshan Yin cooperating, they might even hold him captive to deal with Jie tribe separately. Earlier, when Jie Guang was attacked by the Wind Wolves, it was most likely done by Man tribe. Man tribe was after all part of the righteous faction. To prevent rumors from spreading, they would not kill Chongshan Yin, but Jie tribe was too alluring, they could use all sorts of reasons to place Chongshan Yin under house arrest, that was something they could do. After old Jie tribe leader heard Fang Yuan's words, he looked at him deeply and stood up, bowing, standing before brother, my wisdom is nothing. I was muddle-headed earlier, brother has a clear picture of the current situation. As someone involved in this contest, it is easy for you to be misled, that is normal, do not worry about it. As long as we leave this area, Jie tribe would be free. Fang Yuan consoled old Jie tribe leader as he wrote a letter and handed it to Jie tribe leader. Brother Jie, I have to cultivate, I will not send you off. Today, I will start the preparations for moving off, the letter will definitely be sent, goodbye. Old Jie tribe leader took the letter and left the room. After he returned to his tent, he called the elders for a meeting and gave the instructions to prepare for migration. After Jie Yao's supposed marriage, Jie tribe elders have a terrible impression of Man tribe, they praised this ingenious decision. After Jie tribe father and son returned to their study room, old Jie tribe leader opened Fang Yuan's letter immediately. Father, isn't this a bit? Jie Guang felt embarrassed. Hey, let father teach you another lesson today. This is the letter Chongshan Yin wrote to Man too, but he did not use a letter Gu, why do you think that is so? Old Jie tribe leader snickered. Because he doesn't have a letter Gu. No, if he wants to use it, he can borrow it from us. Jie Guang thought about it, as his eyes flashed. That mean, this is intentional. That's right. The reason why he is sending a normal letter is so that we can see it. Jie tribe is about to migrate, next we will travel together, this letter is to display his intention to cooperate with us along the journey. Come here, we will look at this together. Saying so, old Jie tribe leader unsealed the letter. The content in the letter was very simple, it explained that Fang Yuan needed time to recover his cultivation through closed cultivation. He expressed great regret for not being able to visit Man tribe, and he would definitely make up for it in the future. Next, he wanted to purchase bone bamboo Gu from Man tribe, saying that he will pay 120% of the market price for them. At the same time, he wrote a large number of Gu refinement materials, as well as Gu worms like Third Watch Gu, hoping they could have a transaction. Oh, so Uncle Chongshan Yin needed these Gu worms. Father, I think we should try and give them to him, after all, he has helped us so much. Jie Guang said. Old Jie tribe leader stared at this letter, his eyes shining brilliantly as a chill emerged in his heart. This battle between Jie tribe and Man tribe was mostly through hidden schemes, they did not fall out with each other on the surface, this was the rule of the righteous path that had to be adhered to. They sacrificed many people, one of Jie tribe's elder died after being challenged by Man duo, and Jie Yao also died in poison grassland. Other than that, many Gu masters became the wolves' food. In this contest, be it Man tribe or Jie tribe, neither of them were winners. Man tribe did not achieve their aims, and Jie tribe also had many sacrifices. However, there was one person who benefited completely. This person was Chongshan Yin. Look at it this way, when Chongshan Yin left poison grassland, he was empty-handed, without a proper set of Gu worms, but now, in this hidden battle, he earned till his pockets were full, having over 1 million primeval stones as gains, not to mention the rank 5 hints and clues Gu. Jie tribe leader suddenly understood. Zhe tribe was making use of Changshanyin, but was Changshanyin not making use of them as well? Changshanyin might seem like he was trapped between two tribes, forced into their political strife, and attracted problems for himself unnecessarily. But the truth was, neither of them wanted to offend him, thus he gained benefits from both sides. We do not need to prepare these for Changshanyin. Man tribe will send these things over, in fact, they might even give these to him for free. Zhe tribe leader heaved a sigh as he tried to expel that cold feeling in his heart. Zhe Guang was shocked. How is that possible? Uncle Changshanyin is evidently helping us. Is man tribe so stupid? Someone in a high position sees things differently. What is the value of these things? Merely a few hundred primeval stones, it is nothing to man tribe. Using these goods to gain the friendship of an expert, isn't that a good deal? Have you thought about how much we gave Changshanyin already? Zhe Guang immediately thought of the million primeval stones and the rank 5 hints and clues GU. Zhe tribe leader sighed deeply. There was another meaning to this, but it was still too early for Zhe Guang to comprehend. Why did Changshanyin want to deal with man tribe? He was not making a deal, he was establishing a relationship with them. Using this, Changshanyin expressed to man tribe that although he went back on his word and did not visit man tribe, he was not their enemy despite being at Zhe tribe. He did not want to be enemies with man tribe, in fact he wanted to be friends, thus, they could undergo transactions. Man too was not a fool, he would understand what Changshanyin was trying to express in his letter, his goodwill. If man tribe rejected this deal, that would be rejecting Fang Yuan's kindness. If they sold the goods according to their price, this would show an indifferent attitude. If they gifted the goods to Fang Yuan, that would mean man tribe was accepting this kindness, and was willing to be friends with Changshanyin. This deal was not important, the underlying meaning was. Such a hidden and implicit communication method was something the righteous path higher-ups often did. Zhe tribe leader suddenly had a flash of inspiration, thinking, this Changshanyin, the reason why he is helping Zhe tribe might not be due to his righteous nature, but because he can have the greatest benefits by siding with us. Man tribe was huge and powerful, having a Changshanyin was only adding icing on the cake. But Zhe tribe was weak, with Changshanyin, it was simply a great asset as he had the ability to stabilize the power balance between the two. With this thought, old Zhe tribe leader shuddered, the coldness in his heart became thicker, almost freezing his bones. The old tribe leader subconsciously rejected this thought. If Changshanyin is such a scheming person despite being a hero of this magnitude, would there still be righteousness and light in this world? I am simply measuring the stature of great men by the yardstick of small men. 3 days later, Man tribe's father and son stood on the mound, watching Zhe tribe leave towards the south. Lord Father, there is something I don't understand, I would like to ask Father. Man Duo asked. Speak, you gave the things mentioned in the letter to Changshanyin for free, I understand the meaning of that. But why did you also give Zhe tribe 1,500 tons of provisions? Not only is our prey escaping, we even have to supply them. This, Man Duo felt indignant. Man Tu's expression was solemn, looking at the leaving Zhe tribe, he said, Manhwa, explain. Elder Manhwa who was standing at the side laughed as he explained, no need to worry third young master, Lord tribe leader had planned this long ago. Zhe tribe is dreaming if they want to leave so easily, there are a large number of wolf lure GU inside the provisions, at the same time, we have tribesmen ahead, with 3 myriad wolf groups waiting in ambush for them. So that's it, Man Duo understood at once. Father is wise, once Zhe tribe is unable to resist the wolf pack, our tribe will move out and save them, assimilating them using this chance. In future, if anyone suspects us, Father can use this 1,500 tons of provisions to show his sincerity and magnanimity, it will shut those suspicious people up. But, towards the end, Man Duo was hesitant. Manhwa sighed, saying, but this way, Zhe tribe would suffer great losses, and the gains of our tribe from taking over Zhe tribe would be far less. In fact, we might even have to invest an amount of resources to take care of the injured. But Man Duo shook his head, Manhwa's concerns were not the same as him. Zhe tribe has that Changshanyin, he is hailed as the Wolf King, can these wolves stop him? Man Tu started frowning, Man Duo expressed his own worry, he had such thoughts as well. But Zhe tribe left too quickly, Man tribe was part of the righteous path, they could not act recklessly, in this short period, they could only gather 3 myriad wolf groups. If Zhe tribe survives this assault, Man tribe can only watch them leave. But if they suffer great losses during the process, Man tribe would have the excuse to send reinforcements. The greatest uncertainty in this plan was Changshanyin. Don't worry, third young master, although this Changshan Yin is known as the Wolf King, that is over 20 years ago. His current cultivation is only rank 4 initial stage, and during the banquet, we checked secretly, his soul is no longer 1000-man soul but has dropped to 100-man soul. Manhwa spoke with disdain. Hee, even if he is the Wolf King, he is only a weak and barely surviving old Wolf King. Moreover, what trump cards does he have? Only 1000 wind wolves and 1000 poison beard wolves, and 1000 water wolves. Ha ha ha, against 3 10,000 wolf groups, what can his wolves do? The way I see it, his reputation will be ruined soon enough. We can prepare to devour Zhe tribe already. Man Duo did not rebuke him, but said, hopefully so. Chapter 451 Turtleback Wolf Group. Chapter 451, Turtleback Wolf Group. Urgent report. A large group of turtleback wolves has appeared 3,000 li ahead. They have a huge number, estimated to be a group of 10,000 wolves. Zhe tribe's investigative GU master came running over and reported to Zhe tribe leader. Zhe tribe leader's expression turned solemn and waved his hand to the GU master, investigated again. Not long earlier, he had already received a letter GU from investigative GU masters. But often in the battlefield, to prevent the letter GU from being cut off by the enemies, investigative GU masters would come over to personally deliver the message. Turtleback wolf is the wolf species with the strongest defense. 10,000 of these wolves will be a difficult bone to chew. We have already ordered GU masters to lure them, but there has been no results. This wolf group is heading towards us. HMPH, how long has it been since we started migrating? It seems Man tribe doesn't want to let us go. Fortunately, these wolves are not fast, which leaves us time to arrange our formation. Zhe tribe's elders made comments one after another. In the chaotic northern plains, none of the GU masters that could climb to a high position was a fool. Right now, all the elders had already realized the truth. Most of Zhe tribe's troops had already halted their movements and formed into a circular formation. Large number of GU masters were nervously using GU worms to erect high walls, archer towers and many layers of defense. The higher-ups of the Zhe tribe were overseeing the situation from the central tent. Son, Zhe tribe leader softly called. Father, I am here. Zhe Guang immediately answered. Invite Lord Changshan Yin to come over. At this battle which concerned the survival of the tribe, Zhe tribe leader was not willing to let go of any battle strength. Yes, Zhe Guang bowed and left. He had just walked of the main tent when he saw Fang Yuan. Uncle, Zhe Guang greeted cheerfully. Fang Yuan nodded his head, directly walking towards him and said in a slightly urgent tone, I know about the wolf group's invasion. How is the situation? We have about 8 minutes before the wolf group reaches. Since our relocation, to prevent Man tribe from playing tricks, Father had assigned light cavalries to scout a distance of 600 li. Zhe Guang followed Fang Yuan and reported to him from the side. The two walked inside the main tent, which was situation on a mound. The mound had already been raised by using GU worms. The higher-ups of Zhe tribe had excellent field of view from the mound. This was because they encountered the wolf group. If they had ran into the eagle or owl group, they would have dug a tunnel. Different methods dealt with different situations. Seeing Fang Yuan, the Zhe tribe higher-ups hurriedly greeted him. The atmosphere here was tense, like a storm was brewing. Our Zhe tribe is really fortunate to have Brother Wolf King to help us, I can be at ease. Zhe tribe leader sighed and spoke with gratitude. The fate between me and the Zhe tribe is not shallow. Friends should help each other when they walk the same path. How is the situation? Fang Yuan asked. Please take a look. Zhe tribe leader led Fang Yuan towards a table where there was a sheepskin which had a map drawn on it. He pointed towards it and introduced the surrounding terrain, Zhe tribe's defensive lines and wolf group's movement. Sir has arranged it properly, there is nothing wrong. Fang Yuan first praised, then pointed towards a mark on the map. Everyone's gaze followed his finger, it was a river beside their camp. Since there is such a danger area, why don't you use it for defense? Fang Yuan proposed. Brother might not know yet, we have already thought of it, but most of the troops have slow movement and it will be too late by the time we reach the river, set up a camp again and arrange new defensive lines. Zhe tribe leader gave a bitter smile. For the tribe's migration, most of the tribesmen were using big stomach horses. However, due to many things being stored in the big stomach horses, their speed was slow. Zhe tribe's GU masters could quickly reach the riverside on the hump wolves. But most of the mortals would fall behind, and once the wolf group arrived, all the mortals might be annihilated. Without mortals, how could there be any future new GU masters in any tribes? Mortals were the cornerstone of all tribes. However, Fang Yuan gave a bright smile. Brother, I am also a northern plainsman, I naturally know this. We are not able to go to the riverside, but we can let the river come to us. The Zhe tribe's higher-ups, eyes brightened at these words. Right, we can dig a canal and draw in the river to help us defend. Turtleback wolves have heavy bodies and are unable to swim. Once they fall into the river, they will sink to the bottom and drown to death. Lord Tribe Leader, send the command quickly. Zhe Tribe Leader also directly sent the command. I command Zhe Kui, Zhe Shang, and Zhe Mi to lead the 1st, 7th and 18th troop respectively, immediately stop all current tasks and go to the riverside to dig a canal. As for the 3rd, 5th and the 16th troop, you shall take over the unfinished tasks of 1st, 7th and 18th troop. Yes, the investigative GU master outside the tent immediately received the order. Several breaths later, 3-letter GU flew out separately towards distant locations. Fortunately, brother was here to guide us out of this bewilderment. The old tribe leader greeted Fang Yuan again with a grateful expression that came from the depths of his heart. Just relying on this suggestion from Fang Yuan, they could preserve around 100 GU masters and even could reduce the casualties. He is the Wolf King after all. Instantly, all the Zhe tribe's elders' gaze towards Fang Yuan faintly changed into that of praise and admiration. During this tense and busy period, time passed quickly. Investigative GU masters came to the camp one after another to report the position of the wolf group. At the same time, they had also clearly scouted the numbers of the turtleback wolves. Over 38,000, when the wolf group was only 800 li away from the camp, Zhe tribe leader began to call back the investigative GU masters orderly. By the time the wolf group reached 500 li away from the camp, the canal was formed and the river water was drawn in. When they reached 300 li, 3 defensive lines finished forming and combat troops were deployed urgently. The support and logistics GU masters in charge of the construction retreated one after another, using primeval stones to quickly recover their primeval essence. They did not dare to relax for even a moment. When the battlefront was unable to endure, they would have to go as reinforcements. At 100 li away, everyone could see a large number of ghostly shadows of the wolves in the horizon. In the main tent, 8 investigative GU were activated, smoke rose and could be seen from all directions. Turtleback wolf group was mainly coming from the northern side. At the same time, there were also a lot of wolves coming from the northeast and southeast. As the wolf group neared closer and closer, all the mortals could see them clearly. Turtleback wolves possessed broad physique, their whole body was dark green and had dark blue eyes. On their back was a shell like that of a turtle. This shell was very heavy and about 1/3 of a turtleback wolf's weight was due to it. Apart from defensive purpose, it could also store nutrition just like camels. The charging of a few tens of thousands of wolves caused the ground to start shaking. Fang Yuan walked out of the main tent and gazed at the grassland only to see large numbers of wolves moving on the ground. He then looked at the camp below. The Zhe tribesmen were moving about busily without disorder. It was a normal thing to encounter beast attacks in northern plains. Thus, whether it were GU masters or mortals, they had cultivated a strong mind. The first defensive line at the north was the first to meet the attack. Fight! A GU master leader who was watching from a tower shouted loudly and threw a wind blade. Soon after, the surrounding GU masters also began to make their moves. A row of wind blades flew far, cutting over dozens of turtleback wolves instantly. When the wolf group reached closer, the GU masters abandoned the wind blades and used the more powerful fire GU, lightning GU and so on. For a moment, countless colorful lights burst out in the battlefield, like simultaneously fired fireworks. Human shouts, furious wolf howls and the piercing sound from the wind blades formed into a medley of sounds. The wolf group's offensive was like a rain that came unceasingly, and succeeded in charging over. They first came across the earth walls. The earth walls were thick, and their foundation had been reinforced with copper and iron. Countless turtleback wolves were badly bruised when they smashed against these earth walls and even died on the spot. However, the wolf group advanced wave upon wave, some trampled upon the corpses and leapt high, while some clawed the earth walls to pierce through. Next, the defensive lines at the southeast and northeast also entered the battlefield. Shouting resounded all over the sky and casualties began to appear. Healing GU masters began to show their worth. Because they had made sufficient preparations, the whole Zhe tribe was moving very orderly. Look, it is a myriad wolf king. Someone shouted while pointing at a certain direction. Everyone immediately followed the voice and looked. This turtleback myriad wolf king was enormous, even 10 times the size of a normal turtleback wolf was slightly inferior to it. Its tyrannical aura manifested as it crouched on the ground and howled, commanding the wolf group to divide. Turtleback wolf group divided into 5 to 6 groups and began to circle around the Zhe tribe camp, searching for a hole in the defense. Like this, Zhe tribe was surrounded by wolves from every directions, and battle unfolded everywhere. On a nameless hill outside of the battlefield, a group of man tribesmen were using GU worms to conceal themselves and were using investigative GU to observe the situation. The battle has started, Manhwa smiled, taking joy in Zhe tribe's calamity. Zhe tribe actually channeled the river through a canal. Zhe tribe leader is truly an old fox. But there are over 30,000 turtleback wolves. Even if Zhe tribe is able to resist them, they would suffer serious losses. Manhwa smiled coldly. His appearance was strikingly similar to the tribe leader Mantu. He was Mantu's eldest son and had a cultivation of rank 3 middle stage. Young tribe leader is right. Even if Zhe tribe can block the first wave of the wolf group, there is still the second wave and also third wave. Manhwa flattered. Although Manhwa was the eldest son, but he was still not truly the young tribe leader. However, Manhwa had already pledged his allegiance to Manhwa and was his zealous supporter. He called Manhwa as young tribe leader. It was a flattery and also his expectation. Young tribe leader. Manhwa did not refute and instead nodded his head. Father has given this important task to me. I will be establishing great merits by finishing this and might indeed be a young tribe leader when we return to the tribe. Unfortunately, that sneaky brat man duo did not come over, otherwise I could borrow the strength of others and conveniently get rid of that sinister brat. Man duo might be somewhat intelligent, but his aptitude is lacking and he is simply not young tribe leader's match. Look, 100 wolf kings have made their move. Manhwa said. 100 beast kings had rank 2 GU worms residing in their bodies, and were very strong. Their appearance immediately caused the pressure on the Zhe tribe's frontline forces to increase greatly. The number of casualties increased sharply, and 200 to 300 wolf kings smashed the earth walls and pierced through the Zhe tribe's defense. He. Looking at the Zhe tribe's GU masters dying one after another, Manhwa showed a pleased, sinister smile. This ignorant bunch of fools actually did not join Man tribe. Now weren't they suffering their just desserts? Manhwa's smile stiffened. Through the investigative GU worm, he saw a wolf enslavement GU entering 100 wolf king. It immediately changed its alignment and let out a howl, causing the wolves beside it to fall into chaos. Soon after, these turtleback wolves followed the wolf king towards the Zhe tribe's camp and gathered under a GU master. Manhwa narrowed his eyes and looked at this GU master. Could this person be the wolf king, Chong Shanyin? Yes, young tribe leader. Manhwa confirmed. Manhwa scoffed. Father said he was the greatest uncertainty. Let me see what ability he has. Chapter 452 Intense Battle 1/3. Chapter 452 Intense Battle 1/3. Look there, it is the great hero of Northern Plains, Chong Shanyin. Chong Shanyin struck, he truly is spectacular. The camp was cheering, not only Man tribe, but even Zhe tribe GU masters were looking at Fang Yuan. Fang Yuan had just tested his skills, subduing 100 wolf king and instantly made several hundred turtleback wolves part of his force. It turned this battlefield into a safe zone. Chong Shanyin, high up on the mound, old Zhe tribe leader looked at Fang Yuan's back view as he muttered. In everyone's mind, there was one question: the former wolf king, the genius of Northern Plains, how much battle strength did he have left now? Fang Yuan looked at the tens of thousands of turtleback wolves in front of him with an earnest gaze. In other people's perspective, these wolves were a threat, but in Fang Yuan's eyes, these were presents sent to him. He was worried about not having enough wolves in his group, but if he could subdue these wolf kings, his battle strength would surge. At this time, it was a clear blue sky as sunlight shone down. Vision was clear as the battle was ongoing. Zhe tribe had prepared sufficiently, having 3 earth walls to defend them, and also built water canals to divide the incoming wolves into segments, preventing them from encircling the GU masters. This was a terrain advantage. Looking at themselves, Zhe tribe's GU masters were defending with young tribe leader Zhe Guang leading. They were extremely safe. Zhe tribe were united in defending against the wolf groups. Their hearts were as one. This was the most favorable condition. If I traveled alone, I would have to run away from a beast group of such a grand scale. But now, all the conditions were perfect for me. This is a godsend opportunity placed in front of me. How can I not make full use of it? Thinking so, Fang Yuan laughed cheerfully. His battle intent rose as he said to the people, "Everyone, come with me." Zhe Guang and the others responded. Under Fang Yuan's lead, the GU masters started to move their formation, going to another area of the battlefield. Bam! A tall arrow tower fell onto the ground, smashed into pieces. The culprit behind this roared loudly as it battled a dozen rank 2 GU masters around it. This was 100 Wolf King. At this point, all the wolves around it had died, it was battle alone fiercely. The surrounding GU masters used their GU worms to attack from a distance, trapping it as they whittled away its life slowly. On the battlefield, there were 3 GU master corpses. At this point, Fang Yuan and the others ride their hump wolves and arrived. Wolf enslavement GU, go! Fang Yuan pointed with his finger and the rank 2 wolf enslavement GU turned into a light smoke, landing on this 100 Wolf King's body. The Wolf King howled angrily, unwilling to be enslaved, resisting with all its energy. Fang Yuan's eyes shone as he suppressed it with his 100-man soul. The Wolf King whimpered as the smoke settled into its body, turning it into Fang Yuan's personal pet instantly. The 100 Wolf King sprawled on the ground, keeping its claws and teeth as its body was covered in injuries, oozing with blood. Healing GU Master, Fang Yuan instructed, and a GU Master walked out from behind him, activating his GU worm and healing this 100 Wolf King. This goddamn beast, he killed my brother. A young GU Master who had entered battle still wanted to attack. Zhe Guang shouted, staring at this person. The young GU Master's neck stiffened as he walked to the 100 Wolf King, kicking it fiercely but did not try to kill it. Next, he covered his face and cried, sobbing uncontrollably. The surrounding GU Masters felt a strong resonance with him. After the young GU Master cried for a while, he raised his head, wiping his tears as he said, "Go, let's continue killing wolves." "Alright, let's follow Brother Zhe." This ordinary small group entered the battlefield again. "Let's go to the next stop." Fang Yuan continued to move ahead. At the northwest area, 300 Wolf Kings broke through the earth walls and ravaging the line of defense. Fang Yuan quickly arrived. "I am Wolf King Chong Shanyin, all GU Masters listen to my instructions." With Zhe Guang beside him, he successfully gained the commanding rights. "These 300 Wolf Kings, what are their respective GU worms?" Fang Yuan asked. Immediately someone reported. Fang Yuan's eyes shone as he split the people into 3 groups. Group 1 will lure the left 100 Wolf King, and bring it to the second line of defense. Fang Yuan instructed. "Bring it there." A GU Master was shocked, expressing his concern. Fang Yuan stared at him fiercely. "I said bring it over, so do as I say." "This is an order." "Yes." Group 2, restrict the Wolf King on the right, make sure you destroy its defensive GU. "Yes." Group 3, follow me. Fang Yuan waved his hand and entered the battlefield personally. After a bit of battle, he used the Wolf Enslavement GU. The light smoke was about to land, when this Wolf King shot out a flame that burnt the smoke away. Fang Yuan's expression turned cold, he felt heartache losing this rank 2 Wolf Enslavement GU. Zhe Guang scolded. "Why did it still have a firelight GU? Please forgive me, young tribe leader, this is the first time this GU has been used." The subordinate quickly reported. "Zhe Guang, you are in charge of this firelight GU, use all methods you have, I will come back shortly." Fang Yuan saw that this Wolf King could not be handled in the meantime, thus he gave his instructions and passed the trouble to others. Meanwhile, he swapped his target to another Wolf King, using a Wolf Enslavement GU. This Wolf King's defensive GU worms was already destroyed by GU Masters, without any accidents, Fang Yuan easily captured it. When he turned around, Zhe Guang already created trees and sealed this 100 Wolf King's mouth with vines, it could not shoot out any more flames. "Good job," Fang Yuan praised as he used a Wolf Enslavement GU. The 100 Wolf King watched the light smoke enter its body. After a mild resistance, it lost to the 100-man soul, becoming another one of Fang Yuan's pet. After keeping these 200 Wolf Kings, Fang Yuan turned around and captured the 100 Wolf King at the second line of defense as well. In just a short time, Fang Yuan divided the 300 Wolf Kings up, and captured them one by one, resolving this crisis. Everyone was amazed, they continue following behind Fang Yuan, listening to his commands. Eventually, they realized that as long as they followed his commands, they would result in the least injuries or deaths possible. This Chong Shanyin has some skills. Outside the battlefield, eldest son Manhong used his investigative GU worm to watch Fang Yuan's performance, his expression sinking. His soul is a 100-man soul, it is not hard to subdue these 100 Wolf Kings. But just this cannot change the situation. It will depend on his wolf manipulation skill. Manhwa consoled at the side. Fang Yuan sat on the ground directly, holding 2 primeval stones as he recovered his primeval essence. Activating wolf enslavement GU did not expend much primeval essence, but most importantly, it was the burden on his soul. Fang Yuan subdued 100 wolf kings one after another. He used his 100-man soul to suppress the wolf kings. After the competition between souls, Fang Yuan's soul became more impatient and impulsive, while the annoyed feeling in his heart intensified. If he left this symptom alone, he might develop dizziness, or worse, his soul might get damaged, losing his memories or lowering his intelligence. Fang Yuan closed his eyes and meditated, calming his mind and soothing his soul. After resting for a while, the 100-man soul stabilized, all his negative emotions vanished into thin air. Everyone, continue following me on our conquest. Fang Yuan rode on his hump wolf as Zhe Guang and the others followed. Like this, after moving around the battlefield for a while, Fang Yuan subdued 300 wolf kings, and 800 ordinary turtleback wolves. Howl! Fang Yuan's actions angered 1,000 wolf king. Seeing his subordinates surrender to an enemy, this 1,000 wolf king howled as it led the wolf group towards Fang Yuan, attacking fiercely. 1,000 beast king could control thousands of wild beasts, while also having several hundred beasts kings under it. There were rank 3 GU worms in its body. Ignoring the wolf group, at least 3 cooperative GU master groups were needed to kill 1,000 beast king. If there were 3 rank 3 GU masters, they could barely match evenly with it. Seeing the 1,000 beast king charging over, Zhe Guang and the others' expression changed. They were mostly rank 2 elites, only Zhe Guang was a rank 3 GU master. Don't worry, young tribe leader, we are here to give you a hand. Just at this moment, 3 Zhe tribe elders came over. Fang Yuan had made an agreement with Zhe tribe higher-ups in the main tent. Zhe tribe had to help out in this. Ha ha ha, with your help, this wolf is as good as ours. Fang Yuan laughed heartily. An intense battle occurred. This 1,000 wolf king attacked in a frenzy. It used its claws and teeth, and was even able to summon a wolf-strength phantom. On the battlefield, it rampaged and moved about without restraints, attacking mercilessly. But on Fang Yuan's side, they had greater strength. 4 rank 3 GU masters, 1 rank 4 GU master, as well as a number of rank 2 elites. After 2 elders were mildly injured, Fang Yuan found a good opportunity and used a rank 3 wolf enslavement GU. The rank 3 wolf enslavement GU turned into a light smoke, much thicker than the rank 2 version, as it landed on the 1,000 wolf king. Fang Yuan used his 100-man soul to suppress it, and after a dozen breaths' time, the light smoke succeeded and completely fused into the 1,000 wolf king's soul. This was the first 1,000 beast king Fang Yuan subdued in this battle. After the 1,000 wolf king surrendered, the 200 wolf kings and several thousand ordinary turtleback wolves under it also changed allegiance. Such a great number of turtleback wolves revolted and switched to Zhe tribe's faction, causing this part of the battlefield to cease battle. The entire wolf group only had around 15,000 wolf kings, but now one was taken by Fang Yuan. At this moment, even the myriad wolf king felt something amiss. It howled as a huge 4-leaf windblade rotated and shot towards Fang Yuan. 3-claw water dragon GU. A clan elder shouted, pushing with his hands as a light blue water dragon crashed into the windblade, exploding and causing a small drizzle. Fist stone GU. The second elder punched with his right fist, as a large rock was created in mid-air, flying forward like a fist, but was shaved by the windblade. Lightning web GU. The third elder shot out a large web made of lightning, covering the windblade. The windblade was weakened. After it was covered by the lightning web, it rotated furiously and cut the web open, but it was at its final moments. As it flew in the air, it slowly dissipated. Throughout the whole process, Fang Yuan did not do anything. Zhe tribe's GU masters were very protective of Fang Yuan, even if he was a rank 4 GU master that had higher cultivation than them. Enslavement path GU masters' lives were extremely important. Thus, when they battled, there were often GU masters in charge of protecting them. Zhe tribe's actions were not overly protective, it was just a norm of the GU master world. Chapter 453 Intense Battle 2/3. Chapter 453 Intense Battle 2/3. Myriad wolf king's attack caused all of Zhe tribe to be nervous. Far away, Man Hong's eyes brightened. Is this myriad wolf king going to join the fight? But soon, his gaze dimmed. After myriad wolf king failed in its attack, it did not make another attack and instead continued sitting at the rear while commanding the wolf group. A branch of 1,000 wolf group moved over to fill the gap created due to the previous 1,000 wolf king's surrender. Crimson flames burned all over this 1,000 wolf king and its nose let out thick black smoke from time to time. A rank 3 self-ignition GU. Fang Yuan recognized one of the GU. With this GU worm protecting the 1000 Wolf King, wolf enslavement goose smoke would be burned off before it even landed. Fang Yuan's eyelids twitched and he glanced at the faraway Myriad Wolf King. Myriad Wolf King also seemed to be staring back at him. When beasts evolves to Myriad Beast King stage, their intelligence would greatly surpass similar species, and this Myriad Wolf King was clearly indicating its decision to target Fang Yuan. Zhe Guang, stay behind and cooperate with 3 elders to kill this wolf. As for the others, follow me. Fang Yuan turned around and walked. Subduing this 1000 Wolf King was not an impossible matter, but it would be very troublesome and time-consuming. This wolf was not suitable, so it was better to go to another. Anyway, the battlefield was so large, Fang Yuan did not believe all of them would have methods to suppress wolf enslavement GU. Sure enough, he moved around to several places and reaped great harvests. In just about 2 hours, he subdued 1700 Wolf Kings and 2000 Wolf Kings. Adding in all the wolves, Fang Yuan now had 4,000 Wolf Kings, over 300 Wolf Kings, and ordinary wolves were already over 8,000 in number, nearing 10,000. Most of them were all turtleback wolves, but there was also 1,000 beast-level Wind Wolf King. Among the 100 Wolf Kings, there were also Poison Beard Wolf King, Water Wolf King and Wind Wolf King. With his actions, the military strength between the two sides in the battlefield was being equalized. A portion of the 30,000-10,000 wolf group was incorporated by Fang Yuan into his troop, and adding in countless deaths, the wolf group only had about 20,000 remaining now. The battle surged on like wildfire, and Zhe tribe leader eased his brows, seeing the hope of victory. With Chong Shanyan making his move, the pressure on my tribe's troops has greatly decreased. He is after all the legendary hero, his skills are truly exceptional. This is not strange, he is a rank 4 GU master, moreover he walks the enslavement path, such battlefields are his domain. All the elders praised and the atmosphere in the main tent became relaxed. Don't be careless, Myriad Wolf King still has not made its move, the outcome of this battle is yet to be certain. Zhe tribe leader timely warned others. Lord tribe leader is right, we can't relax yet. In my opinion, this Myriad Wolf King might not join the fight. The wolf group has suffered huge losses, it is normal for the Wolf King to retreat in this situation. Not good. Just as they were talking of it, Myriad Wolf King suddenly let out a long howl. All the wolves in the battlefield simultaneously went into crazed offense when they heard this howl. Over 20,000 turtleback wolves charged towards the camp without caring for their lives. For a moment, Zhe tribe was caught off guard and was utterly losing. Order the front line to quickly retreat to the second defensive line. Zhe tribe leader immediately commanded. The wolf group is making an all-out attack. Zhe Guang, who was on the front line, paled. Go help the GU masters to retreat, I will go back to the ranch to rest and organize, wait for my support. Fang Yuan's expression was dark. Lord, we have been ordered by the tribe leader to protect you. Some GU masters hesitated. Fang Yuan opened his eyes and let out a sharp gaze. The GU masters where his gaze landed all lowered their head. Zhe Guang. Fang Yuan looked at the young tribe leader of Zhe tribe. Zhe Guang gritted his teeth. I shall listen to uncle. He then waved his hand. All of you follow me. Fang Yuan returned to the ranch alone, surrounded by wolves. He gathered all the wolves together. With close to 10,000 wolves crowding together, this temporary ranch immediately felt narrow. Fang Yuan willed and a strong vigorous water wolf moved out of the wolf group. To ordinary people, this was a water wolf. But in Fang Yuan's eyes, it was a white eyes wolf. White eyes wolf was a mutated beast, like Biao among tigers and lightning boar among boars. Every single ordinary adult mutated beasts would attract wild GU worms and possess the strength that could match myriad beast kings. However, this white eyes wolf was still in infancy and had not matured yet. The fur on its whole body was like water and was dyed with a light blue color, the appearance of a common water wolf. But as long as people carefully observed it, they would discover its pupils was more white with little black, greatly differing from ordinary water wolves. When it completely reached adulthood, its pupils would become white. At the same time, its vision would be greatly magnified, comparable to some rank 4 investigative GU, and even at night, its vision would not be affected. Fang Yuan had accidentally discovered this white eyes wolf in the market, and without making any suspicious movements, he bought all the water wolves. At present, this white eyes wolf had already been planted with rank 3 wolf enslavement GU by Fang Yuan. And to speed up its growth, he had used third watch GU. This created a violent increase in the white eyes wolf's appetite, about 13 times more than the ordinary water wolves. Also, its lifespan had shortened. Go. Fang Yuan gave a command and this White Eyes wolf, whose speed already surpassed that of the wind wolves, quickly moved out of the ranch towards the higher grounds. Wolf care Gu. Fang Yuan covered his right eye and only used his left eye to look at the White Eyes wolf. At the same time, he poured his primeval essence into Chang Shanyan's investigative Gu. Instantly, the scene in his left eye changed, as if he was overlooking the battlefield from a high ground. This was the ability of the wolf care Gu. It could share the sight of the specific wolf to the Gu master's eyes. Fang Yuan then opened his right eye, and two different scenes transmitted to his brain at the same time. His left eye showed the battlefield, letting him be clear on the situation, and his right eye showed the ranch where the wolves were crowded together. Fang Yuan summoned all the wolf kings and searched through the Gu worms in their body. If there were any rare Gu worms, Fang Yuan would take them so as to not let them be destroyed in the battlefield. Naturally, his main focus was the wolf enslavement Gu. Wolf enslavement Gu was a one-time expendable Gu. To capture so many wolf kings, Fang Yuan had used up a lot of wolf enslavement Gu. Generally speaking, wolf kings would have corresponding wolf enslavement Gu on them. Sure enough, Fang Yuan got a rank 3 wolf enslavement Gu and 5 rank 2 wolf enslavement Gu from these wolf kings. As for other Gu worms, they were all ordinary with only 1 or 2 being better. But they could not catch Fang Yuan's eyes, so he left them on the wolf kings to preserve their battle strength. Wolf Smoke Gu. Fang Yuan activated this rank 4 healing Gu, which was especially used to heal the injuries on wolves. Surging smoke enveloped the whole ranch for a long time. Fang Yuan's primeval C rapidly lowered to the bottom. The primeval essence consumption to heal so many wolves at once was very huge. When the primeval C hit the bottom, Fang Yuan took out primeval stones and quickly recovered his primeval essence. After healing them twice more, Fang Yuan saw Zhe tribe leader lead a group of elders and rush towards the front lines. Soon, intense explosions sounded out from the front lines. Through his left eye, Fang Yuan saw that the motionless myriad wolf king had also joined the fight. Zhe tribe leader and others all went all out against it. With myriad wolf king joining the fight, there was a tremendous influence on the wolves, and under its lead, the wolf group began to fight with even more madness. The second defensive line of Zhe tribe was also thus broken. Fortunately, with the canal blocking the way, most of Zhe tribe's Gu masters could smoothly retreat towards the third defensive line and maintain the defense. For a moment, the atmosphere on the battlefield intensified to the extreme, causing great palpitation in the people. The third defensive line was the final defense. Behind it was the weakest mortals. In case it was broken through, the consequences would be unimaginable. There is no time to heal again. After recovering the primeval essence in his aperture to 90%, Fang Yuan looked at the surroundings. After 3 rounds of healing, the heavy injuries on these wolves had become light injuries, while the light injuries were completely healed. Wolf Howl Gu. Fang Yuan howled towards the sky, letting out a furious howl like that of a wolf king. Under the effect of the Gu worm, the wolf group on the ranch faintly enlarged, their energy inflated and their battle strength multiplied. Fang Yuan laughed loudly and rode on a hump wolf. With a shift of his mind, the wolf group immediately started howling together. Howl. At this moment, when the sky was dyed red with the setting sun, when the wind was starting to blow strongly and when the battle was raging, the wolf howl spread without restraint, traveling 1,000 li. Chang Shanyan is making his move. Outside the battlefield, Manhong and Manhao's expression turned grave. Zhe tribe, however, was jubilant. Chang Shanyan, it is Lord Chang Shanyan. We still have Lord Chang Shanyan. Lord Chang Shanyan is coming to support us, everyone persevere. Step aside, open up a path for Lord Chang Shanyan. Instantly, Zhe tribe's troop morale rose rapidly. Fang Yuan sat upright on the hump wolf and lightly waved his hand. Close to 10,000 wolves surged forward, moving past the simplistic fence around the ranch, but they did not go to rescue the northern side, but instead moved towards the south. Just like the collapse of a large dam, a powerful flood burst out. The whole wolf group rapidly charged out of the camp. 1,200 wolf kings arranged as the arrowhead ruthlessly charged into the battlefield. The enemy wolf group had fought for a long time and was already exhausted, and now this new battle force attacked them, causing countless deaths in moments. With only one assault, Fang Yuan collapsed the offense of the turtleback wolves on the southern side of the camp. Wolf enslavement Gu. Wolf enslavement Gu. Wolf enslavement Gu. Under the protection of the wolf group, Fang Yuan repeatedly activated 3 wolf enslavement Gu. The enslavement Gu changed into faint smoke and subdued 300 wolf kings in moments. Charge to the left. He willed it and the whole wolf army smoothly changed direction and charged towards the southeast battle. Fang Yuan's gaze scanned the battle like an eagle and soon locked onto the Thousand Wolf King. Thousand Wolf King howled and did its utmost to command the wolf group. But most of the wolf group were in deeply locked in the battle in the front line and would be difficult for them to turn around for a while. This Thousand Wolf King could only mobilize a few hundred wolves which were easily drowned by Fang Yuan's army. Rank 3 Wolf Enslavement GU. Fang Yuan caught the chance and a faint smoke drilled down into the Thousand Wolf King. This Thousand Wolf King might have been scared stiff as it let out a whimper, its soul did not give any resistance and was quickly subdued. This was the 5th Thousand Wolf King. The wolf group that had been fighting with the GU masters, under its beckoning, stopped the fight and gathered under Fang Yuan's army. The chaos at the southeast area immediately ceased. Chapter 454 Intense Battle 3/3. Chapter 454 Intense Battle 3/3. The battle that the GU masters had been fighting with their lives on the line was settled in the blink of an eye. Their mortal enemies had instead become their allies. Is this the ability of Lord Changshanyin? Terrifying, terrifying. Leading myriad wolf groups by himself, no wonder he is called Wolf King. GU masters looked at Fang Yuan with stupefied gazes. Their gazes looked at his receding figure, leaving this place towards another battlefield. Moving unhindered, truly unhindered. All those who dared to block his way were completely swept away. Under his will, tens of thousands of wolves rushed forward. Under his indication, his troops moved everywhere, unrivaled. With just his lone strength, he was overturning the crisis, changing the whole situation. He was the light of the enslavement path. Outside the battlefield, Manhong, Manhwa and the rest all lost color in their face. Under their complicated gaze, Fang Yuan's wolf group rapidly expanded like a rolling snowball, getting bigger the more they killed. Everywhere they moved, they would leave behind ruins and a group of stupefied GU masters, before they swaggered off. This wolf commanding tactic was simply unreasonable and also extremely domineering. Under this huge strength, small hindrances were directly crushed. Fang Yuan intentionally avoided the myriad wolf kings battlefield and circled around the Zhe tribe camp, subduing 3,000 wolf kings. In total, the number of 1,000 wolf kings he had reached 8. As for the number of 100 wolf kings, they had almost doubled, reaching 59. Fang Yuan's wolf formation was like a mythical beast, swallowing all turtleback wolves on its path and expanding itself. After repeatedly subduing these wolf kings, Fang Yuan's soul also suffered from backlash. He felt jittery and nauseous. Fang Yuan endured this feeling and gathered the wolf group before returning to the ranch. The ranch could not hold these wolves anymore. There were too many wolves. Fang Yuan also did not know the exact amount clearly, he could only guess the amount had surpassed 12,000. Fang Yuan did not hurry to join the battle. The situation was already determined now. He got off the hump wolf and closed his eyes to rest his spirit. Every set interval, he would open his eyes to observe the battlefield through the white eyes wolf's vision and keep an eye on the situation of Zhe tribe leader and the others. These higher-ups of Zhe tribe could not die. If they died, Man tribe might be roused into making a move. After resting for a while, although Fang Yuan had not fully recovered, there was no problem in commanding the wolves. He joined the battlefield again. This time, he only mobilized the 8,000 wolf kings to the battle. Ordinary wolves was too low of a threat against myriad wolf king. On his way, every Zhe tribesman would call out his name loudly. Changshanyin has come to assist. Hearing such voices, Zhe tribe's higher-ups who were surrounding the myriad wolf king all felt their spirits invigorated. Everyone, please take a step back and rest for a moment, let me handle this. Fang Yuan reached the battlefield and under his will, the 8,000 wolf kings encircled the myriad wolf king. Myriad wolf king already had the intention to retreat, but whether it charged left or right, it could not break through the encirclement. Such wolf manipulation skills. Seeing the myriad wolf king being played around by Fang Yuan, Manhwa, Manhong and the rest revealed astonished expressions. Previously, Fang Yuan had charged with grand troops, flattening everything on his way, so they were not able to see his wolf manipulating skill. Now, he was commanding the wolves meticulously, revealing the top-tier wolf manipulation skill of the northern plains. There were merely 8,000 wolf king, and 7 of them could not display their full strength due to the pressure from the myriad wolf king. However, under Fang Yuan's control, the myriad wolf king felt like it was encircled by thousands of soldiers, as if it was a fly that was trapped in spider web. Finally, the myriad wolf king was thoroughly exhausted to death by Fang Yuan, and in its final counterattack before death, it took away 1,000 wolf king's life. Wolf King. Lord Changshanyin is truly the Wolf King. Looking at the myriad Wolf King's enormous body falling down loudly, all the GU masters cheered loudly. Wolf King! Wolf King! Wolf King! With this battle, everyone felt the nickname of Wolf King was truly fitting. The shouting surged one after another and soon many joined in, shouting loudly with fervent gazes, and some even had tears falling from their eyes. This was a type of emotional feeling, a type of worship towards the heroes, reverence towards the strength. With this person here, it is easier said than done for us to annex J tribe. Man Hong's expression looked ashen to the extreme. This battle had thoroughly dispelled his ambitions. Wolf King, Man Hao, who had felt contempt towards Chong Shan Yin, absent-mindedly muttered this name. He had never felt how heavy the weight of this name was as much as this moment. On the battlefield, J tribe leader brought the elders towards Fang Yuan. The might of the former hero still remains. Today's battle really makes me prostrate in admiration. I, on behalf of the whole J tribe, express my utmost gratitude to your favor of helping us. J tribe leader deeply bowed towards Fang Yuan. Brother J, you speak too highly of me. Let's clean up the battlefield quickly. Fang Yuan smiled. The myriad Wolf King's corpse was lying on the ground, but Fang Yuan did not take the matters into his own hand to avoid suspicion. If I had a rank 4 wolf enslavement GU, I could have taken in this turtleback wolf myriad Wolf King, such a pity. Fang Yuan felt regret in his heart. Rank 4 beast enslavement GU could control myriad beast kings. A myriad beast group was a huge force to a tribe. Thus, normally, rank 4 beast enslavement GU was not sold in the markets of Northern Plains. For the price of many GU worms, once they reached rank 4, would rise sharply. Beast enslavement GU was one of them. There was also relic GU besides this. Fang Yuan had only been able to purchase rank 2 and rank 3 wolf enslavement GU in the market, and did not get a rank 4 wolf enslavement GU. Right now, I have a large amount of rank 2 and 3 wolf enslavement GU. But it seems I will have to refine the rank 4 wolf enslavement GU myself. Fang Yuan currently lacked rank 4 wolf enslavement GU. With rank 4 wolf enslavement GU, he could control myriad Wolf King, and the burden on his soul to control the wolf group through the Wolf King would decrease by a lot. His mutated beast White Eyes Wolf was currently an infant and could be enslaved by rank 3 GU. But once it matured, it would require rank 4 enslavement GU, otherwise it would not listen to commands and could even flee. Lord, we have found a rank 4 wolf enslavement GU. Right at this time, a GU master that was searching through the myriad Wolf King's corpse shouted loudly. What? J tribe leader's eyes flashed brightly and soon after, laughed, haha, precious GU should fit a hero, this GU should be give to Brother Chong. Although there was a great probability for a rank 4 beast enslavement GU to reside in myriad beast king, Fang Yuan was still happy. There might have been some flaws in today's battle, but the outcome still made Fang Yuan very satisfied. It was regretful to have killed the myriad Wolf King, but he was still able to obtain a rank 4 wolf enslavement GU. This GU worm's arrival was really at great timing. It had been a long time since Fang Yuan had such a good thing happen to him. He carefully accepted this GU worm and said his goodbye to the J tribe's higher-ups. He did not even join in the celebratory banquet, using the excuse of refining this rank 4 GU to evade it. Nightfall. The celebratory bonfire outside the tents was burning brightly. The victorious shouts and the cries for the casualties mixed together and spread towards Fang Yuan. Fang Yuan was sitting cross-legged on the ground. His mind was calm as he looked in his aperture. The 90% primeval sea was tranquil, the water shining brightly like gold. Unfortunately, Fang Yuan had still not completely adapted to the northern plains, thus there was still the suppression, causing his cultivation to temporarily stagnate. The true gold primeval essence looked amazing but was useless right now. However, cultivation was only one part of strength. There were other ways for Fang Yuan to increase his strength. For example, the strength of 10 Jun GU he was currently holding. This GU was also a rank 4 GU, but its price was much lower than a rank 4 beast enslavement GU. And because it could be easily refined and the manufacturing costs were also low, it was rather common in the market. Strength of 10 Jun GU did not look anything special, looking just like a common iron weight. Fang Yuan poured primeval essence to it, it then floated above Fang Yuan and let out dreamy light which shone upon Fang Yuan's whole body, engraving some Dao marks of the strength path on Fang Yuan's body. After a while, the strength of 10 Jun GU suddenly let out a slight explosion and broke into pieces, falling down on Fang Yuan's hair. Strength of 10 Jun GU was an expendable GU, this was the third strength of 10 Jun GU Fang Yuan had used. Fang Yuan shook off the iron pieces and grasped his fists, feeling an increased strength. the strength increase has reached a bottleneck. Next, I need to enhance my skeleton, skin, tendons and so on, to cause the water bucket, my body, to become deeper, larger and firmer, so it can hold even more strength. Fang Yuan's gaze flashed as he took out a wolf soul GU. This is the final wolf soul GU. Fang Yuan poured his primeval essence into the wolf soul GU, the wolf soul GU burst and changed into a grey wolf soul that smashed into his body. 100-man soul and wolf soul tangled with each other, the difficulty this time was many times more than before. Previously, when Fang Yuan used the wolf soul GU, he only had over 3,000 wolves under him. Now, after today's battle, he had taken in many wolf kings and thus the burden on his soul was much bigger. Fang Yuan's brows furrowed into a knot, sweat perspired out of his forehead and he gritted his teeth to persevere. Finally, the 100-man soul and the wolf soul merged together. Boom! A soft sound echoed in his ears. The long-term quantitative accumulation had brought a qualitative change at this moment. 100-man soul had thoroughly changed into the wolf-man soul. The wolf-man soul looked like a gray color that had been condensed to an extreme. The soul's appearance was mostly like Fang Yuan's, except the bridge of the nose was longer, eyes sharper and his body thinner. There were 2 sharp wolf ears, long hair that reached his waist and a hairy wolf tail that grew out of his butt. With the formation of the wolfman soul, Fang Yuan felt relaxed as if he had gotten rid of a very heavy burden. In his mind, the connection to the wolves became much more close, and he could even feel a faint familiar feeling from the wolf king's souls. This was not there when he had the 100-man soul. After forming the wolfman soul, Fang Yuan gained the aura of a wolf, causing these wolf kings to think him as one of their species. Thus, it was no longer the pure suppression using the 100-man soul, but also a feeling of approval from the wolves. 100-man soul was almost reaching its limits after enslaving so many wolves. Now, with wolfman soul, I can take in 3 times more wolf kings. It is just that there will probably be few opportunities like today. But the grassland is so big and the wolf group are plenty, I will at least be able to double this wolf group on our way to the heroes' assembly. Looking at the large amount of rank 2 wolf enslavement GU in his aperture, many rank 3 wolf enslavement GU and 1 rank 4 wolf enslavement GU, Fang Yuan was full of expectations towards the future. Chapter 455 Night Assault. Chapter 455, Night Assault. There were few stars in the sky. Bone-chilling wind blew through the grassland at night. 2 hump wolves were moving through this night, carrying J tribe's investigative GU masters, 1 old and 1 young. Huff huff huff, so cold. The young GU master curled up his body and blew out hot air. I told you to wear some more clothes, but you didn't want to. This is called suffering from not listening to your elders. The old GU master laughed. He was wearing a thick leather robe with long sleeves and long boots, along with a felt hat. He did not feel the slightest bit of cold. Uncle, this is my first time scouting, I lack experience. The young GU master mumbled in a soft voice before swearing, FCK, when I go out to scout tomorrow, I will definitely wear the thickest clothes. It should not be overly thick. Overly thick clothes will only affect your movement in battle. Moreover, you are likely to doze off if it is too warm. We are the eyes of J tribe, we need to be vigilant at all times. The best would be clothes that will keep you just warm, so you will feel cold if you stay still for long. This will urge you to keep on scouting. The old GU master shared his experience solemnly. It was already the 3rd day since the battle with the turtleback wolves. The old GU master's partner had died in the battlefield, thus the young GU master was sent over to make up for the gap. The young GU master was still inexperienced and needed the old GU master's guidance. Uncle, the young GU master was just about to open his mouth. Shush! The old GU master suddenly stretched out his hand to signal a stop. His eyes squinted and looked at the light that suddenly emerged far away. What is that? The old GU master was immediately on guard. He used his investigative GU but could not make out anything. Kid, use your hand-ear GU to listen. The old GU master commanded. Yes. The young GU master did not dare to be careless. He immediately turned over his body and got off the hump wolf and stretched out his right hand. He transferred primeval essence towards his right palm. Grass sprouted out from the palm, creating a flesh bud. The flesh bud then opened up to form an ear. The young man closely stuck this ear on the ground and attentively listened. There is nothing other than the sound of the wind. The young GU master did his best to listen but got no result. He laughed. Uncle, are you trying to scare me? There is not even a fart. The battle just ended, so maybe I was too nervous. The old GU master heaved a sigh. He again looked at a distance, but there was nothing unusual. He felt his eyesight might have blurred just before. What is there to be nervous about? There is the old tribe leader here and we also have the Wolf King Chongshan Yin with us. There is no need to be afraid even if another group of turtleback wolves come. The young man's gaze flashed when he talked of Fang Yuan, unable to conceal the worship in his eyes. Yes, it is indeed our tribe's fortune to have the help of the Wolf King. The old Gu master sighed as he recalled the scene in the battlefield. Whoosh whoosh whoosh. Suddenly, the sound of arrows quickly moving through the air spread towards them. Who? The old Gu master shouted. He subconsciously jumped off the hump wolf and smoothly rolled several times. Thud thud thud. Sharp bone spears pierced the ground one after another. Enemy attack. The old Gu master had this thought the first moment. He quickly stood up and hurriedly warned towards the young Gu master. The young man had already been pierced by a bone spear and had died on the spot. The old Gu master's heart twitched, but he did not have the time to grieve, immediately taking out a signal Gu from his aperture. But before he was able to activate it, he was hit by a fatal attack. He stiffly stood on the spot like a statue. A line of blood slowly appeared on his neck, becoming clearer and clearer. Finally, his head inclined towards the side and fell on the ground, completely separated from the neck. Fresh blood spurted out like a geyser from his neck. Several figures walked out of the darkness, leading them was Man Tribe's external elder Shiwu. He looked at the two corpses and proudly said, "These ants, killing them is as easy as flipping my palm. Lord Elder is formidable. With Lord Elder here, J Tribe's investigative Gu masters are only empty shells." Several Gu masters following behind flattered. Shiwu narrowed his eyes in joy and looked towards the direction of the J Tribe's troops. HMPH, this J Tribe could win earlier because of their scouting, being able to make ample preparation in advance. This time, Lord Tribe Leader has dispatched almost all the elders. J Tribe will not be able to escape the calamity this time. He, I really want to see the shocked and frightened expressions on these people when 10,000 Knights Wolves attack them at once. J Tribe might have already been on the move for several days, leaving Hongyan Valley and succeeding in defeating the Turtleback Wolf group, but Man Tribe had no intention to let them go. 3 days after the attack of the Turtleback Wolf group, Man Tribe Gu Masters secretly led Night Wolf group to make the second wave of attack on J Tribe. At the same time, Man Tribe's elders also moved out to kill large numbers of J Tribe's investigative Gu Masters. A large conspiracy against J Tribe was already unfolding. When this 10,000 wolf group was discovered, they were only 100 li away from the camp. Wolf attack! Wolf attack! An investigative Gu Master observing from a watchtower shouted. Whoosh whoosh whoosh. Several signal Gu were shot out into the sky, bursting into bright fireworks. Everyone get up. There is an attack. It is a group of 10,000 night wolves. The J tribesmen who were in a deep sleep were startled awake. Quick, notify the tribe leader. Investigative Gu masters rushed about as quickly as they could. Human figures gradually appeared from everywhere in the J tribe camp. Doubts and panic shouts mixed to form a commotion. In the main tent, J tribe leader's expression paled when he got this news. Those damned investigative Gu masters. This was the first thought of the old tribe leader. But he soon frowned. Even if the night wolves were difficult to detect at night, but with so many night wolves, why hadn't the investigative Gu masters reported sooner? His sharp senses smelled a trace of conspiracy. He quickly threw these thoughts to the back of his mind. It was not the time to think of these. The night wolves are already so close to the camp, there is no time to construct defensive lines. What do we do? In this boundless darkness, there was no clear intel on the enemy situation. J tribe leader only knew this wolf group was large, at least a 10,000 wolf group. But he did not know if there were other wolf group or if Man tribe's Gu masters were hiding in the surroundings. At this urgent moment, J tribe leader could not think of a countermeasure and could only send an order. Send my command, all J tribe Gu masters shall gather in the main tent. The night wolf group was fast and had reached the camp. The wolf group is here. Block them, we must block them. Quick, activate light sphere Gu. A Gu master who was at the front line shot out a rank 2 light sphere Gu towards the sky. Under the illumination of the light sphere, the densely packed night wolf group showed their appearances. These night wolves were thin with strong posture, they had black glossy skin but had no fur. Their black pupils and claws gave off a cruel light. 100 Wolf King growled and charged over. My god, the Gu master could only shout in shock before he was killed instantly by the Wolf King. The night wolf group was like a torrent, bursting through the simplistic stakes around the camp, and started their massacre. Right now, J tribe's Gu masters were still gathering towards the central main tent. The vast outer camp had already turned into a sight of the netherworld. The wolves were howling excitedly, humans were wailing in grief, and the cries of fear bursted forth together. Night wolves were fast, and were tearing through the tents. Many mortals who were still in their sleep died cruelly under their claws. They used death and blood as a warning. The inner camp was in an uproar. The terrified humans surged out and tried to run away, trampling over each other. A night raid. Zhe tribe leader stood outside the main tent. The corners of his eyes were almost tore open at this sight, his heart was bleeding. The wolf group's massacre indeed caused many deaths, but even more deaths were caused by the people trampling on each other. Such a chaotic situation was already beyond control, causing the Zhe tribe leader's plan to counterattack after organizing the troops to be in vain. Most of the GU masters were trapped among the chaos. Only many of the elders and a few elite GU masters were able to successfully gather in the main tent. Our advantage is no more. Zhe tribe leader closed his eyes in pain, his body was cold as he fell into deep despair and grief. With this battle, even if we luckily gather in the remaining people, Zhe tribe will fall down to a small-scale tribe. Zhe tribe had fallen in my hands. I am ashamed to face my ancestors. I am Zhe tribe's sinner. In the main tent, some elders were shouting, some had lifeless expressions and some were panicking. Zhe tribe is still not finished, everyone, there is only one way left to turn around this situation. Following the sound, Fang Yuan walked into the main tent. Zhe tribe leader's eyes brightened like a drowning person finding a life-saving log. Brother, please speak quickly. He looked at Fang Yuan and asked hurriedly. Fang Yuan got right to the point and said resolutely, now, the camp is in chaos, we cannot simply defend, the situation has gone out of control. Only by using offense as defense, can we have a chance at survival. Wolf King, your meaning is? Zhe tribe leader mumbled. Everyone looked at each other. Fang Yuan smiled lightly. Brother Zhe, did you forget that I have a rank 4 wolf enslavement GU with me? He looked at everyone's expressions and continued. The ones here are all Zhe tribe's elites, its strongest battle strength. We will form into a group and immediately move out, flowing against the wolf raid towards the myriad wolf king. In the battle, I will subdue the myriad wolf king, and the whole situation will turn around. Everyone's expressions changed. This was a thoroughly messed up plan. One should know, GU masters would rely on terrain advantage to resist the myriad beast group and fight a war of attrition, but even this would create huge casualties. Now, Fang Yuan wanted them to use their blood and flesh body to charge against the offense of the myriad beast group and kill myriad wolf king among the countless wolves. This was simply courting doom. This method was too risky. If someone else said it, they would have been furiously rebuked and even ruthlessly ridiculed it. However, it was Chang Shanyan proposing it which caused everyone to fall into silence. Madness, this is complete madness. An elder mumbled. Others showed hesitant expressions. Going against the momentum of the wolf group would result in deaths 9 out of 10 times. Frankly speaking, it was asking them to give up their lives in exchange for the survival of the whole clan. These rank 3 GU masters had been higher-ups for a long time and would normally be living luxuriously. All of them cherished their lives. Chapter 456 A Hero's Call. Chapter 456, A Hero's Call. Zhe tribe leader was hesitating. He was not a coward afraid of dying, because at this age, his cultivation was stagnant and he had already stopped caring about life and death. His hesitation was, whether to use this method or not. Zhe tribe's era was over, but that did not mean it was destroyed completely. If mortals died, they can just be replenished through snatching. In a GU master's eye, mortals were just numbers. As long as the GU masters were intact, and the elders were intact, the tribe's structure would still be around. If they retreated now, and gave up on the rest, only Zhe tribe's higher-ups would be left. They would have to seek refuge with Man tribe. But Man tribe had the intention to devour Zhe tribe. This night wolf group's assault was most likely part of their schemes. But if they used Fang Yuan's method, the risks were too great. If they fail, Zhe tribe's higher-ups were finished, and the mortals would only be sheep waiting to get eaten. Father, and all the uncles here, I think that Uncle Chang is right. This is the only way to save the tribe. Zhe Guang spoke. Seeing the hesitant group, he felt a chill in his heart. He was still young, he was hot-blooded. At the crucial moment, he saw everyone's true colors. He had never seen this fragile side of Zhe tribe. Fang Yuan snickered in his heart. When he first heard that the wolves were attacking, he was shocked, but soon he felt great joy. If he was able to subdue this myriad beast king here, then his strength would rise once more. It could potentially double. This was a one-off opportunity. He wanted to grab onto it. But under such circumstances, to enslave the myriad Wolf King, he would need Zhe tribe's help. There was danger in charging at the front lines, but to Fang Yuan, it was not too much of a problem. He was a rank 4 GU master with a rank 3 eagle wings GU, if the situation turned south, he could fly away to escape easily. It was too much of a pity to let Zhe tribe decline like this, since he wanted to make use of them, he should maximize their worth. Everyone, Fang Yuan shouted, attracting everyone's gazes. His words resounded like thunder, as he shouted, "What are you waiting for? Why are you hesitant? Are all Zhe tribesmen cowardly and afraid of death? Listen, those are the cries of our Zhe tribesmen, these vile night wolves are slaughtering our parents, our friends, our wives and children. If Zhe tribe is wiped out tonight, you will all be homeless. Can you bear to see our family die right under our very eyes? I cannot. Although I, Chong Shanyin, am just an outsider, during these days of living here, I felt warmth, I felt the intense love that the Zhe tribesmen had towards each other. For your friends, for the justice of this world, I will charge forward, and fight for a chance of survival for everyone. The males of Zhe tribe, are your sabers still around? Your ancestors are watching you. Are cowardice and weakness flowing in your blood?" Fang Yuan shouted in a righteous tone, his aura was overwhelming. His voice was so long, even the GU masters outside the king tent were attracted. The tribe elders looked at him deeply with a shocked gaze. What was a hero? The ability to turn the tides and overcome difficulty, that was only the hero's strength. But at the crucial moment, at the moment of death, he would step forward and face the difficulty head-on, he brought confidence and courage to others. That was the true demeanor of a hero. Zhe Guang heard Fang Yuan's words and his body trembled. At this moment, Fang Yuan's image was so majestic, it was deeply engraved in his heart. His eyes were shining, his pupils turned red, his heart was pounding, he felt a warm feeling surging inside him. Swoosh, Zhe Guang activated Saber GU, holding it in his right hand as he raised it up highly. Next, this young Zhe tribe leader screamed, "No! The warriors of Zhe tribe are still around. Zhe tribe's sabers are still around. Our ancestors are all watching as descendants. O Wolf King, others might be afraid of death, but I, Zhe Guang, am willing to follow you to the depths of hell." Saying so, a few hot-tempered elders were so triggered they shouted in shame. So what, the worst result is death, there is nothing to fear. Those FC King Night Wolves, I will kill you all. Wolf King, young tribe leader, consider me, Jada, a member of the vanguard troop. These people not only responded, they even gave a disdainful and scornful gaze towards their surroundings. Even more people were triggered by this, after all, northern plainsmen were usually very courageous. Kill, use our blood to prove the bravery of us Zhe tribesmen. Battle to the death, battle to the death. Count me in, I will battle too. The overwhelming atmosphere burst out in the tent. Even elders who did not want to join this fight shouted out their willingness to participate. They did not want to be called a coward for life. In northern plains, as long as one gains such a bad reputation, they would be despised by everyone. The development of this situation was far beyond the hesitant Zhe tribe leader's control. He was old, he did not want to take risks. He already had the intention to retreat long ago, as long as the higher-up GU masters were around, Zhe tribe had their foundation and could start all over again. If they charged forward, the risks were too great, there was an unknown number of night wolves in the darkness of the night, other than that, Man tribe might even be scheming something, and Chong Shanyin might not succeed in subduing the myriad Wolf King. Even if everyone charged out, if the myriad Wolf King refused to fight them head-on and chose to escape, what then? Fang Yuan's plans had too many flaws, it was not reliable. Oh no, old Zhe tribe leader saw the surrounding elders' red eyes and realized that his hesitation was already useless, they had no choice but to fight now. Battle to the death, for Zhe tribe, for tomorrow. A battle of life and death, this will show our overwhelming bravery and courage. Outside the main tent, cheers and slogans were resounding as the morale of the troops surged, they were united now. Fang Yuan's words easily turned the situation towards his intended direction. Everyone's heart was united, old Zhe tribe leader no choice but to go along with them, he bowed deeply towards Fang Yuan. Wolf King, you are a true hero. Zhe tribe's future lies in your hands, we will accompany your wolf group in charging forward and taking down the myriad Wolf King. Everyone accepted the orders. Fang Yuan's gaze shone, Zhe tribe leader's intention was to sacrifice the wolf group to protect the Zhe tribe GU masters. But a little sacrifice was no big deal. As long as he obtains the myriad Wolf King, it would be a huge gain. Everyone, charge with me. Fang Yuan shouted, bringing all the GU masters and left the main tent. A few hundred wolf kings and 1,000 wolf kings also gathered. Brother Chong, why are there only these wolves? Where are your other wolf kings? Where is your wolf army? Old J tribe leader questioned, his heart sinking. Fang Yuan snorted in his heart, why did he have to sacrifice his wolf kings to protect these J tribesmen? All living beings in this world were equal, there were none who were more valuable or royal than another. Wolves and men were both living beings, ignoring their standpoint, they were equal lifeforms. Why did wolves have to sacrifice their lives for men? Were humans more noble than wolves? No, whether one was noble or lowly, that was only a class system. And that system was based off strength. Be it earth or this world, the biggest law was the elimination of the weak, the big fish eats the small fish eats the shrimps. The so-called nobility was built on the foundation of greater strength. Without this, even the purest and most elegant lady is nothing more than a promiscuous B*tch. Fang Yuan needed J tribe's accompaniment earlier because he had few wolves, it was dangerous for him to travel alone, and there were greater difficulties in doing so. But now, he had the myriad wolf group, J tribe's value diminished greatly. The wolves obeyed him, he could control their life and death at will. But could J tribesmen allow this? For an outsider, you want me to sacrifice my closest and most loyal subjects? Did you really think I was a dimwit like all your hot-blooded tribesmen? Although Fang Yuan felt great disdain in his heart, he showed a confident and warm smile, saying to old J tribe leader, "Don't worry brother J, the situation is chaotic now, the ranch was destroyed and the wolves are scattered. I have ordered the wolf kings to assemble, soon, we will have a reinforcement wolf troop coming." Old J tribe leader looked at Fang Yuan deeply, and was about to speak. But Fang Yuan did not give him the chance, he shouted, "Everyone, J tribe's survival depends on this moment, charge with me." Saying so, he squeezed with his legs and ordered the hump wolf below him to charge forward. Kill these goddamn wolves. For J tribe, for tomorrow. Everyone shouted in a frenzy, as young J tribe leader followed behind Fang Yuan closely. Old J tribe leader was so angry he pulled his son back, shouting at his ear, "Remember, you are the young tribe leader of J tribe." After that, the father and son started to charge towards the night wolves while protected deep inside the formation. 2 rank 4, 17 rank 3, and a great number of rank 2 elites, it was a great strength, like a saber that stabbed into the battlefield. They had an overwhelming aura, no wolves could stop them, soon, they charged out of the camp and went straight for the myriad wolf king. Once out of the camp, everyone's pressure intensified. Especially the GU masters at the outer edge, all they could see were night wolves. Wind blades, water dragons, stone fists, golden cones, all sorts of attacks were unleashed like cheap fireworks. The wolves were hit unguarded, and many died in the process. Everyone fought and killed, creating a path for themselves. Howl, myriad wolf king howled, and 12,000 wolf kings and tens of hundred wolf kings gathered, attacking Fang Yuan and gang from all directions. Myriad wolf king understood Fang Yuan's intentions, to compete against him, it sent elites to fight the elites. Fang Yuan had stealthily gone to the most inner circle of the group, he shouted in a frenzy, "Charge! Faster, if you do not charge faster, we are all dead meat. If we enslave the myriad wolf king, we would overturn the situation." In a moment, 100 wolf kings and 1,000 wolf kings entered the battle. The troops' advancement became even slower, as many rank 2 elites were sacrificed. "Oh no, my primeval essence is running low, I can only activate the self-detonate GU for the tribe." A tribe elder shouted loudly, going out of the formation and charging into the wolves. The wolf king opened its mouth as it bit him. This tribe elder snickered as he exploded, killing this 1,000 wolf king on the spot. This was the first tribe elder that died in this battle. Old tribe leader saw this and he felt his heart bleeding. These elders were the foundation of J tribe, they were the main pillars of support. Seeing their deaths, old tribe leader could almost see the collapse of the main tent. Chapter 457 Wolf King, where are your reinforcements? Chapter 457. Wolf King, where are your reinforcements? The old tribe leader became increasingly dissatisfied with Fang Yuan, shouting, "Wolf King, where are your promised reinforcements? Brother Zhe need not worry, they will arrive soon. Everyone, follow me to take revenge for the elder's death." Fang Yuan roared and moved ahead of everyone towards the front line. "Protect Lord Chong Shan Yin." Zhe Guang immediately shouted. "Lord Wolf King, you are our key to victory, please stay within our protection zone. Kill these beasts." Everyone in the troop had bloodshot eyes, they forgot any worries of death and entered a berserk state. Even if they died, they would take the wolves with them. The ferocious nature of Northern Plains natives could be seen clearly. Zhe Guang, who was charging towards the front, was dragged behind by the old tribe leader. "Stay behind me." Zhe Guang shouted, and after killing for a while, he moved towards the front again. Zhe tribe leader angrily grabbed him again and raised his hand. "Stay behind me, don't forget you are our Zhe tribe's young tribe leader." This old guy, Fang Yuan, sneered inwardly when he saw this scene. In the whole troop, the old tribe leader and him were the only two people with a clear mind. "You guys go ahead, I will pin down these damned wolves." Battle Hall Elder shouted. His body suddenly inflated and became a giant rockman. He was a GU master at rank 3 peak stage, but now his cultivation suddenly surged to be comparable to rank 4 stage. Battle Hall Elder. Zhe tribe leader felt extreme heartache. Battle Hall Elder was Zhe tribe's second strongest expert, but he was sacrificing his life here. Once Lord Battle Hall Elder used this GU, he had already sacrificed his own life. Everyone felt an intense tragic feeling. "Don't let Battle Hall Elder's sacrifice be in vain, we will definitely turn the tide." Fang Yuan shouted. "Come, you beasts, let this old man keep you company." Ha ha ha. Battle Hall Elder laughed heartily and with just his own strength, temporarily pinned down almost all the 100 Wolf Kings and 1000 Wolf Kings. With his help, the troop could finally reach the myriad Wolf King. Kill. Since things had already happened, Zhe tribe leader charged forward without saying anything. The rest also followed behind and sent out formidable killer moves. Night Wolf King spurted out acidic liquid and shot out poisonous needles. Its whole body was covered with a layer of golden light and looked extremely ferocious. "This is Golden Bell Shield GU, we must destroy it, only then can I use Wolf Enslavement GU." Fang Yuan shouted. "Howl." The wolf group howled and snarled as they surrounded the troop. Besides the GU masters, large numbers of night wolves were near the Night Wolf King. The GU masters would have to deal with the Night Wolf King and also these ordinary night wolves. More and more GU masters died. They used their life and blood to compose a moving battle song. Night Wolf King was extremely fast, much more faster than cheetahs. It did not have any fur, but its black skin shone like armor and had great defensive power. It moved here and there, and every time its strong and sharp claws attacked, an unlucky GU master would be torn to pieces. Every time its slender tail flung, the surrounding battlefield would be cleared. GU masters continued to die and injuries also started accumulating on the Night Wolf King's body. But the Golden Bell Shield GU was still not broken. The offense had only continued for a short while when a large group of Wolf Kings rushed over from behind. Battle Hall Elder was dead and these Wolf Kings were no longer hindered. "Wolf King, where are your reinforcements?" Zhe tribe leader shouted as his heart became filled with worry. "Soon, just a little longer." Fang Yuan hurriedly replied and ordered, "Zhe Guang, let a group and pin down these Wolf Kings." "Understood. Uncle Chong can rest at ease, as long as I have a breath left, I will not let these Wolf Kings disturb you. Those willing to follow me, come over." Zhe Guang shouted and turned around, valiantly rushing towards those Wolf Kings. Zhe tribe leader's face turned purple with anger. Fang Yuan shouted again from the side, "Brother Zhe, don't be dazed, we need to quickly break the Golden Bell Shield GU. Once I enslave the Wolf King, not only us, even the whole Zhe tribe will be rescued. Chong Shanyan, if anything happens to my son, I will not let you off." The old tribe leader swore in his heart. He did not dare to call back Zhe Guang under everyone's eyes, this would be showing favoritism openly. He could only attack the Night Wolf King in a frenzy. Tribe leader is mighty. All the elders felt their morale raise when they saw the old tribe leader showing off his might. This old guy has extraordinary battle strength, he really concealed it deeply. Even Fang Yuan could not help looking at the old tribe leader in a new light. Those who were at high positions definitely had some areas that surpassed others. The old tribe leader had led Zhe tribe for so long, he was astute, capable and not a simple character. The Wolf King was ruthlessly beaten by the old tribe leader. It suddenly opened its mouth and shot out numerous eerie blue ghost fire. Ghost Fire GU was a rank 2 Soul Path GU. Once it advanced, it would be rank 3 Ghost Flame GU. However, the ones being let out now were from the rank 4 Ghost Blaze GU on the Night Wolf King. The ghost fire surged rapidly, its bone-chilling coldness forced the GU masters to retreat, the tight encirclement also loosened. Night Wolf King thus gained precious time to take a breather and immediately prepared to retreat. "Don't even think about it." Zhe tribe leader shouted and suddenly breathed in violently, sucking in all the ghost fire into his stomach. Rank 4, Swallow Fire GU. This GU was not an attack GU. Accurately speaking, it was a storage GU, especially meant to store fire. This old guy has many good GU worms. Fang Yuan was inwardly surprised. Zhe tribe leader's stomach inflated by 3 times after he swallowed all the ghost fire, appearing quite abnormal. At the same time, his skin turned dark blue, and blood started flowing out of eyes, nose, mouth and ears. Rank 4, Vine Claw GU. Zhe tribe leader shouted and extended out his left hand. His left hand inflated by 5 times and turned into wooden root. His 5 fingers turned into strong purple vines and like a snake or a whip, it whipped towards the Night Wolf King. The purple vines grew quickly and bound the Night Wolf King. Night Wolf King's attempt to flee was thwarted, it struggled with all its might and used its enormous brute force to violently tear apart the vines. Zhe tribe leader's face turned pale. Although he had cultivated strength path as a minor path, how could his strength compare to the strength of the Night Wolf King? The purple vines were roughly torn apart. Zhe tribe leader screamed in pain, his left hand turned back to its original shape and his 5 fingers were all broken. Wolf King, the old tribe leader snarled. Fang Yuan knew he was going to ask, "Where are your reinforcements?" Thus he walked towards him and said, "Brother Zhe, careful." Right at this time, the Night Wolf King's tail flung over. Fang Yuan activated Azure Wolf Skin GU and moved towards the tail, appearing like he was blocking the attack for Zhe tribe leader. Smash! A clear sound echoed and he was thrown far away by the wolf tail. This I could have avoided it. The old tribe leader was stupefied. Quick, go save Lord Wolf King. Academy Elder furiously shouted and rushed towards Fang Yuan. The Night Wolf King rushed over, it could sense that Zhe tribe leader possessed the greatest threat towards it, so it directed most of its attacks towards the old tribe leader. Boom, boom, boom. The old tribe leader dodged and used his GU worms to bombard the Night Wolf King. A man and a beast were fighting a life and death battle. Dragon Head Drill. The old tribe leader attacked and retreated, before suddenly activating 3 GU simultaneously, unleashing his killer move. A 4-clawed wood dragon roared and soared. The dragon head turned into a pike and continuously spiraled, directly smashing against the Night Wolf King. The golden bell shield GU that had been protecting the Night Wolf King until now, flickered and finally broke. Dragon Head Drill still had plenty of strength left as it pierced into the Night Wolf King's body. The Night Wolf King let out a painful howl. The sound was so loud that it seemed to tear everyone's eardrums, even suppressing all the mixed sounds in the battlefield. With this heavy injury, the Night Wolf King's speed was greatly reduced and blood flowed out of it like a fountain. But before the GU masters could rejoice, this Night Wolf King's eyes suddenly turned crimson, its battle intent surged and it counterattacked madly, forgetting all its pain. Its battle strength had not fallen, but instead rose to almost double of its original strength. This is the rank 4 brave fight GU, damn it. Chong Shanyin, where is Chong Shanyin? The old tribe leader shouted. Lord Wolf King has fainted, we are currently healing him. Academy Elder and the others were protecting the fainted Wolf King from the wolf group. Of all times, he chose this moment to faint. The old tribe leader almost spurted out blood when he heard this. His eyelids fierce twitched and fiercely shouted, "Then, we won't wait for Chong Shanyin. We will kill this myriad Wolf King. The wolf group will collapse when we kill it." Although the Night Wolf King's strength rose, but without the protection of the Golden Bell Shield GU, it was easily injured. The battle turned extremely bitter. Almost every moment, there would be rank 3 GU masters being heavily injured or even dead. With the intense battle lasting till now, the primeval essence in the GU masters were also almost used up. For the victory, they had to use this limited primeval essence to continue to battle. Exchanging injuries for injuries, wasting each other's energy, the side that was able to remain standing at the end would be the victor. The Night Wolf King felt the aura of death and became even more berserk. The GU masters were all in disorder, only the old tribe leader was holding up a fight. Persevere, hold on. The old tribe leader moved here and there, working as a rescue worker, and timely saved an elder. He repeatedly shouted, causing his voice to become very hoarse. His speed also became slower and his concentration started to slip. He was old after all. Old tribe leader, careful. An elder shouted from a short distance away. The old tribe leader quickly turned his head and saw the Night Wolf King high in the air, pouncing towards him with murderous intent. Retreat. The old tribe leader had this thought, but his body could only stagger. The exhaustion had accumulated so much that had finally surpassed what his aged body could endure. He was out of energy. Boom. The next moment, the Night Wolf King pounced and ruthlessly smashed him to the ground. Old tribe leader. Everyone shouted and rushed over as they forgot about the danger around them. Zhe tribe leader madly poured his primeval essence into his defensive Gu, creating a thick wooden shield. Boom, boom, boom. The Night Wolf King's claws repeatedly smashed the wooden shield. The wooden shield only lasted for few breaths' time before it collapsed. The enormous wolf claws then smashed upon Zhe tribe leader. The old tribe leader had also used Gu worms similar to ancient bronze skin and essence iron bones Gu, but he was not able to resist the tyrannical strike of the Night Wolf King. Old tribe leader. Everyone cried out and crazily attacked, trying to draw away the Night Wolf King's attention. But the Night Wolf King only had Zhe tribe leader in its eyes. It was going to kill the old tribe leader to vent its anger even if it had to endure the attacks. Chapter 458 Death of the Old Tribe Leader. Chapter 458 Death of the Old Tribe Leader. Father. Zhe Guang immediately let out a wild howl at this scene, his eyes almost splitting open. Brave Fight Gu's effect disappeared, the Night Wolf King's battle intent disappeared and it got away from Zhe tribe leader's body, pushed back by everyone's attacks. This is the moment. Fang Yuan's heart stirred and he woke up. Rank 4. Wolf Enslavement Gu. Wolf Enslavement Gu turned into a large cloud of smoke and moved towards Night Wolf King's head, covering it. The Night Wolf King's battle intent had disappeared and with its heavy injuries, its consciousness was almost already on the verge of collapsing, and now it had to contend against Fang Yuan's soul. Fang Yuan's soul already surpassed the strength of 100-man soul. Night Wolf King had an intense feeling of conflict, but it sensed the aura of a similar species from Fang Yuan's wolf-man soul. This feeling of conflict thus rapidly decreased and under the pressure of Fang Yuan's soul, it did not last for long, the smoke merged with its body. Success. Fang Yuan's eyes shone brightly. Wolf Smoke Gu. He quickly hurried to the battlefield and breathed out large amounts of wolf smoke, covering the Night Wolf King. Night Wolf King's critical injuries were soon stabilized. It let out a long howl. Under this howl, the Night Wolf group turned chaotic and shortly retreated. Zhe tribe's crisis was resolved. However, the surviving Gu masters did not have any happiness of winning. They gathered around a deep pit. Inside the deep pit was Zhe tribe leader. Several Gu masters were beside him, doing all they could to heal him. Zhe tribe leader's body had already become a mushy paste, but under this intensive healing, most of his body was gradually restored. However, it was in vain. His injuries were fatal, and following the exhaustion of the healing Gu master's primeval essence, the slight hope of bringing the old tribe leader back to life also completely disappeared. Father, father! Zhe Guang kneeled on the ground, grabbed Zhe tribe leader's hand and shouted loudly in heartache. Old tribe leader, remaining elders were also filled with tears. The old tribe leader's face suddenly had a trace of red, and before his death, he exerted his last strength to grab Zhe Guang's hand. My son, be careful of. He was just about to say Chong Shanyan's name, but right at this time, Feng Yuan pushed his way through the crowd. Brother Zhe. His face was full of sorrow, his shoulders slightly shook and warm tears trickled down his eyes. The old tribe leader gazed deeply at Feng Yuan, his mouth opened and closed a few times but in the end, he had no choice but to change the subject. Son, from today on, you are Zhe tribe's leader. Father, you can't die, I am still lacking by a lot, I still need your guidance. Zhe tribe needs you, Zhe Guang replied with tears covering his face. The old tribe leader gasped like a fish that was out of water, his vision dimmed and his consciousness rapidly faded like the ebbing wave. The aura of death on him was already extremely dense. But I am not at ease. I have too many things I am unable to let go of. The obsession in him allowed the old tribe leader to muster the final drop and trace of strength. He grabbed Zhe Guang's hand, as his blurred vision cleared up for an instant. An unknown burst of strength gave him a final breath of life. He shook Zhe Guang's hand. Son, you need to remember you are Zhe tribe's leader. For the tribe, never let yourself be impetuous and let your emotions affect you. With these words, the old tribe leader's body stiffened and his raised head also softly fell down. Life left his body. This Zhe tribe leader who did his utmost for the tribe, becoming the leader at 38, and dying in battle at 87. For Zhe tribe, he did everything that he could, using every last drop of his blood. To protect Zhe tribe, he fought an intense battle against the wolf group and bravely sacrificed himself. Father, father, Zhe Guang howled, not willing to accept this cruel reality. But truth was truth, since it had already happened, there is no way to salvage or change it. Father, old tribe leader, the battlefield was engulfed in great sadness and crying voices lingered in everyone's ears. Dawn gradually approached. In the main tent, bright light had been kept on for the entire night. At daybreak, Man 2 finally received a letter GU from the battlefield. As long as we take over Zhe tribe, our man tribe's power will double. With this expectation, he opened the letter Gu and hurriedly skimmed through it. His gaze soon dimmed, disappointment appearing on his face. Lord Father, could it be that even though we exerted almost all our forces, we still didn't succeed? Manduo was at the side, having waited similarly for a long time. Mantu let out a long sigh. The Night Wolf group had already charged to Zhe tribe camp, but Zhe tribe leader and Chongshan Yin joined hands to gather all their high-level strength and staked everything on a counterattack. Chongshan Yin subdued the Night Wolf King and put an end to the desperate battle. Zhe tribe made a comeback. Chongshan Yin, him again. Manduo fell into deep silence. Soon after, his eyes brightened as he suggested, Lord Father, we have not lost yet, there is still the final third wave of the Wind Wolf group. I have a plan. Ah, speak. Our man tribe was defeated twice, the real reason being the Wolf King Chongshan Yin. This person is indeed amazing. As long as we get rid of him, Zhe tribe will be ours. What plan do you have? Speak up, don't keep me in suspense. Manduo laughed sinisterly and frankly said, Chongshan Yin has subdued the Night Wolf King, this is his strength but also his weakness. With the Night Wolf King, he has control over the Night Wolf group. Such huge battle strength surpasses the whole of Zhe tribe. Chongshan Yin has become a ferocious beast that is lying beside Zhe tribe. As long as he has a slightly bad intention, Zhe tribe will be in danger. An astute person like Zhe tribe leader will definitely be fearful and afraid. We will use this to spread rumors and make Zhe tribe suspicious of Chongshan Yin, driving a wedge between them. Mantu regretfully sighed. This plan is good, but is no longer useful. I haven't told you that the Zhe tribe leader has already died under the Night Wolf King. Zhe Guang has already succeeded the tribe leader position. What? Manduo was stunned. That old fox actually died. How could it happen so coincidentally? With the Zhe tribe leader's death, the whole Zhe tribe only had Chongshan Yin as a rank 4 GU master, others simply could not compete with him. Add in the losses the Zhe tribe suffered after 2 battles, and Chongshan Yin's wolf group enlarging to over 20,000, the strength between the two sides was already completely overturned. The situation was all up to Fang Yuan now, and with his high prestige, no rumors could shake his authority. Zhe tribe leader died, but the Wolf King still remains strong and has again subdued a large wolf group. Lord Father, does this mean we have no more chance? Manduo asked indignantly. Mantu snorted. He put the letter GU on the table and got up from his seat, pacing across the main tent with his hands behind his back. What more can we do? Are we going to mobilize the tribe and send troops? We have already lost the excuse called Zhe Yao, we have no proper reasons left. This time, I listened to your plan and mobilized the elders, that was already overstepping the borders. Chongshan Yin, our man tribe lost simply because of this person. Mantu heaved a long sigh. Then the third wave of wolf group, Manduo hesitated before asking. A ferocious light flashed past Mantu's eyes. Since we have already reached this stage, then continue luring them. We will create even more losses to Zhe tribe. If this wind wolf group is also taken by Chongshan Yin, then I will wait to see the great Wolf King make a fool out of himself. Several days later, Fang Yuan led his large army and welcomed the Wind Wolf group. With his exquisite control, he was able to gain a huge victory. Besides killing the myriad Wind Wolf King, he also subdued large numbers of 1,000 Wolf Kings and 100 Wolf Kings. After calculating the results after the battle, Fang Yuan discovered his wolf group had already reached an enormous number of 35,000. It was like doing business. The early stage was the most difficult. Once capital was accumulated, it would be easy to expand. After 3 battles, Fang Yuan's army of wolves had taken its form. But to reach this stage, Zhe tribe also paid a huge price. Countless mortals died along with large numbers of higher-up GU masters. Less than half of the elders remained, and even Zhe tribe leader had to sacrifice himself. Uncle Chong, it is really thanks to you that our Zhe tribe could break away from Man tribe's control. Several days later, Zhe Guang paid a visit to Fang Yuan, bringing a rank 4 impermanence bone GU with him. Uncle Chang's favor to Zhe tribe is as great as the mountains and rivers. But Zhe tribe is beset with difficulties inside and out, so we are not able to repay your kindness. Junior saw this rank 4 GU in the tribe's warehouse. I thought it might be of use to uncle, so I brought it over. Zhe Guang calmly said. Setbacks force people to mature. With his father's death, Zhe Guang received the position and became the tribe leader. His entire personality seemed to have changed and was much more steadfast. You have only recently assumed the tribe leader position and have been managing the tribe. If you need any help, you can tell me. Maybe there are some disagreements with the other elders, you can tell me. Fang Yuan accepted the impermanence bone Gu and asked in concern. There might be two-faced elders. It is only that the tribe has few primeval stones currently, and we also suffered huge losses to our provisions, providing for the injured and so on, or emptying the tribe warehouse. The situation has stabilized now. Several days ago, some tribesmen even secretly escaped. Sigh, especially the matter regarding food. If this continues, the provisions will be emptied out in half a month and the whole tribe will have to go hungry. Zhe Guang said this and looked at Fang Yuan, his gaze somewhat evasive. Fang Yuan chuckled. I know what you want to say, the tribe has to expend a lot to feed my wolf group. Zhe Guang promptly stood up. Junior is ashamed, Uncle Chong has shown kindness to our Zhe tribe, but right now, Uncle you. He, no matter. Actually, even if you had not mentioned it today, I would have done so. The wolf group's number has gone up a lot, I do not wish to trouble your tribe. So I will personally lead the wolf group to hunt for food. At the same time, while hunting, I will intentionally cut down on their numbers. The wolf meat produced can be used as rations for Zhe tribesmen. Fang Yuan warmly smiled. Uncle Chong, I don't know what I can say to express my respect towards you. Zhe Guang was moved, his eyes reddened as he realized a friend in need is a friend indeed. Speaking of it, I am also to blame for your father's death. After all, I made that suggestion. I will reduce my wolf group to 32,000, I will move along with your Zhe tribe, I'm sure you need this protective force as well, do you understand what I am saying? I understand. Fang Yuan patted his shoulder. Work hard, don't let down your father's expectations. You can leave now. Yes, I will take my leave. Looking at Zhe Guang's receding figure, Fang Yuan sneered. The young man was so naive and tender, if Zhe tribe leader was here, he would already have tried all ways to weaken the wolf group right now. After all, Fang Yuan already had the strength to exterminate the whole Zhe tribe. Chapter 459 Langya Blessed Land. Chapter 459, Langya Blessed Land. The sun slowly rose from the east, as rays shone down on the vast, limitless grassland. Enormous iron-shelled flowers bloomed at a visible rate. A small pink rabbit jumped out of the flower. This was a pink flower rabbit, a common animal in the grassland. It did not dig holes, but instead lived in the stamen of the iron-shelled flowers. Iron-shelled flowers had steel-like firm petals and could defend against wolves and birds. The pink flower rabbit hopped towards a flower. It sniffed first and after sensing there was no poison, it began to eat it. Suddenly, the pink flower rabbit's ears twitched, an intense warning emerging in its heart. Whoosh! Immediately, an iron feather arrow shot through it and stabbed into the grassland. Two investigative GU masters were coming over from a distance on their hump wolf. Brother, your iron feather arrow GU never misses. Sigh, the provisions in the tribe have been decreasing. We have no choice but to hunt down wild animals and provide food for the tribesmen. The two were talking about Zhe tribe's recent situation with worried expressions. Although Fang Yuan decreased the numbers of his wolves and the dead wolves were also made into dried meat, to Zhe tribe that had so many tribesmen, it could only ease a portion of their problems regarding supplies. As the provisions decreased further, Zhe tribesmen were panicking. The two investigative GU masters continued forward. Not long later, Zhe tribe's troops also moved here like an old beast. Most of the mortals were pulling big stomach horses, while some slightly well-off households were letting curved horn bulls pull handcarts which were packed with goods. GU masters were mostly riding on hump wolves, and because there was no need to battle, a lot of goods were tied around the hump wolves as well. Besides these, there were also the lizard house GU that were very prominent, moving forward like an elephant with their huge legs. Fang Yuan was lying in a lizard house GU, his eyes closed as he rested his mind while meditating. After he had taken in large numbers of wolves, the burden on his soul had become very heavy. Every day, he needed to sleep for at least 4 hours, and also close his eyes to rest his spirits from time to time. It was not easy to become an enslavement path GU master. Every path had its own expertise and advantages. At the same time, there were also disadvantages and difficulties. His body followed Lizard House Gu's movement, bobbing up and down. His mind went into his aperture. The true gold primeval sea was slightly bellowing in waves, the crystal walls were bright and clear. With such degree of clearness, if he was in Immortal blessed land, he could have already tried advancing to rank 5. But right now, Fang Yuan was in northern plains and his cultivation was slowed down temporarily. He looked at his GU worms. His vital GU rank 6 spring autumn cicada was hiding its figure, hibernating at the center of the aperture. Above the sea, a lump of dark cloud with the shape of a wolf was floating. This was the wolf smoke GU, used specifically to heal wolves. On the surface of the primeval sea was the rank 5 battle bone wheel. It still had many cracks and was drifting along with the waves. The snow wash GU was doing the same. It was like a snow willow leaf floating on surface of the sea. Hints and clues GU that looked like a cuttlefish was swimming in the primeval sea. At the bottom of the sea were large numbers of wolf enslavement GU. There were many rank 2, few rank 3 and no rank 4 wolf enslavement GU. There were also 2 strength of 10 Jun GU at the bottom. Fang Yuan had bought 5 strength of 10 Jun GU, he had used 3 and now only 2 remained. A GU with the head of a wolf and stomach of a fish was lying at the bottom of the sea, roaming around from time to time. This was Wolf Swallow GU, a rank 4 storage GU. Fang Yuan had another storage GU as well. It looked like a cup, it was the rank 5 moving perspective cup GU. Naturally, it only had rank 4 effectiveness in northern plains. Besides the ones in the aperture, there was a vague second pupil in Fang Yuan's left eye, it was Wolf Care GU. In his throat was Wolf Howl GU. On the underside of his tongue was Ghost Fire GU. On his chest was an Azure Wolf tattoo, it was Azure Wolf Skin GU. On his back was a tattoo of a pair of eagle wings, it was rank 3 Eagle Wings GU. He also had Bone Bamboo GU and Wolf Soul GU, but they were already used up. There were 2 rank 4 Wolf Sprint GU on both his feet, they were used for movement. Of course, Immortal GU fixed Immortal travel was buried in poison grassland. I have inherited Chongshan Yin's set of GU worms. Now, I have tens of thousands of wolves, I can say that I already have achieved small success in enslavement path. But with this level of strength, bullying the weak was possibly, but there were still many glaring weaknesses when fighting against experts. Enslavement path's GU master's greatest fear was beheading the leader, tactics. When Fang Yuan collaborated with Zhe tribe earlier, they were dealing with a wolf group that did not have high intelligence. It would be much more difficult to fight against GU masters. As long as the GU master was not stupid, they would target Fang Yuan first. Back then, Chongshan Yin was able to kill off Ha Tu Gu's group of bandits. Besides having 1,000-man soul, he had several myriad wolf kings, hundreds of thousands of wolves, and even a trump card, a pack of elite wolves made up of mutated white-eye wolves. Fang Yuan's current strength in enslavement path was not even 20% of the real Chongshan Yin. My biggest problem now is that I have hit a bottleneck, my cultivation in all aspects have halted. Regarding my soul, I have already cultivated a wolfman soul, and to further strengthen it, the best method is to use Guts GU. Unfortunately, I am in northern plains and cannot go back to Hu Immortal Blessed Land. Danghun Mountain is also dying, waiting for me to save it. Because of Immortal GU Gruel Mud's effects, fewer Guts GU are being produced now. Several days ago, Fang Yuan used Impermanence Bone GU to completely transform his bones into Impermanence Bones. Human bodies were like leather bags where soul was stowed. Impermanence Bones allowed Fang Yuan to make this leather bag firmer, containing 1,000-man soul was no longer a problem. My cultivation has stagnated because of the suppression from the region. My soul has also reached a bottleneck. Regarding strength path, after using 3 strength of 10 Jun GU and raising my strength by 30 Jun, it had also reached my body's limit. Besides this, with the explosive expansion of the wolf group, the disadvantage of enslavement path has become prominent. To feed these wolf group, I have to release them every day to let them hunt by themselves or lead them to hunt, and if my luck is bad, they might have to starve. The burden is too heavy and the resource consumption is also a lot. If this task was not entrusted to Zhe tribe, it would not be something I can do alone. Fang Yuan had taken the initiative to reduce the numbers of the wolf group to reduce the pressure on him. Enslavement path GU masters consumed a lot of resources and were often only raised by large-scale clans. Even super clans could only nurture 2 to 3 of them. These days, Fang Yuan had been considering how to solve the problem of food. Different from others, he had one great advantage, he controlled a blessed land. If the wolf group could be sent to the blessed land for feeding and be taken out when he needed them, this problem would be perfectly resolved. But Hu Immortal Blessed Land was in central continent and whole Earth GU's range was limited to a region. That is to say, whole Earth GU could connect to any place in central continent, but it would be useless beyond central continent. Whole Earth GU was of no use, so Fang Yuan thought of Stargate GU. This was a new GU invented during the chaotic battle of the 5 regions in his past life. It was a rank 5 expendable GU and had stricter activation requirements than whole Earth GU. It could only be activated using the power of the stars in black heaven, and only during the night when there were many stars in the sky. But it had a huge range that traversed the 5 regions. Fang Yuan had the recipe for Stargate GU, but the materials required were rare. It needed many ancient GU worms and 1 or 2 supplementary materials were even from the immemorial era. Moreover, the refinement success rate of Stargate GU was extremely low. There might not even be 1 success out of 100 refinement attempts. A reason as to why Fang Yuan did not try to exchange for the materials to make Stargate GU in his transaction with Immortal Crane sect was this. Another important reason was Blue Charm Lightning Shadow. After Fang Yuan expelled the Blue Charm Lightning Shadow from the Blessed Land, it had been hovering around TNT Mountain, not having the slightest intent to give up entering Hu Immortal Blessed Land. Immortal Crane sect also did not take care of this problem. The GU Immortals on TNT Mountain also only cared about their own problems and did not bother about other people's misfortune. How was the use of Stargate GU and Blue Charm Lightning Shadow related? As mentioned earlier, Stargate GU needed time to absorb the power of the stars in Black Heaven to form. But Hu Immortal Blessed Land was a world of its own and had neither a sun nor stars. If Fang Yuan wanted to absorb the power of the stars, he would have to open the entrance and let the starlight from the outside world enter. But if he did this, Blue Charm Lightning Shadow would use the chance to break in. The trade-off was absolutely unacceptable. Danghun Mountain was dying, its might had greatly reduced. If Blue Charm Lightning Shadow entered the Blessed Land, it would make the current situation many times worse. Thus, Stargate GU could not be used. It seems I can only look at Langya Blessed Land to see if there is a way to resolve this. According to this speed, we will reach Crescent Lake in about 7 days. Fang Yuan sighed, placing his hopes on Langya Blessed Land. In the dark night with sparse stars, the moon shone brightly and cold wind blew. On the grassland, there was a crescent moon-shaped lake that was 15,000 li long and 5,000 li wide. The 2 ends of the lakes were bent and pointed while the middle part was wide like a crescent moon. The lake was tranquil and gave off a crystal-like sparkle. The crescent moon in the sky and the crescent lake gave off their respective light. It was Crescent Lake. The aquatic plants were plentiful here, the surrounding was tranquil, and many kinds of living beings lived here. There were 3-horned rhinos, water wolves, dragon fish, iron-shelled flowers, steep cliff grass and so on. Horseshoe trees surrounded this lake, forming a sparse woodland. Lumps of pitch-black dark clouds surged over from far away, bringing a chilling and evil aura. The dark clouds blocked the moonlight and casted a dense shadow. The shadow was like an evil beast, crossing across the Crescent Lake's surface and stopping at its center. It is here. Several people stood on the cloud, and one of them was cackling. He was ugly, his forehead was bulging out, his eye sockets were deep, his eyes were closed, and his ears were big and conspicuous. Having disheveled hair and wearing a black robe, he was giving off a thick evil aura. It was none other than the rank 6 GU Immortal, Gui Wang. Langya Blessed Land is hidden here? Loner Hongyu casually asked from the side. He was also a rank 6 GU Immortal, with the appearance of a youth, round face and fair appearance. I personally investigated this, there can be no mistake. Calculating the time, it will soon be the time for Langya Blessed Land to face its earthly calamity. Kekakak, we will observe the changes first and make our move together when the time comes. Gui Wang's tone was filled with confidence. Chapter 460 Number 1 Refinement Path Immortal of All Times. Chapter 460. Number 1 Refinement Path Immortal of All Times. Time passed bit by bit. The several figures on the dark clouds waited quietly. Other than Gui Wang and Loner Hongyu, there were also 3 female immortals. Each of these 3 immortals were beautiful and charming, they were the Wahai 3 immortals. The cold-looking blue-robed immortal was Fairy Ching Suo. The petite and fair girl wearing a yellow garment was Fairy Huang Sha. The coquettish girl wearing a pink skirt was Fairy Fen Meng. The 3 stood together at some distance away from Gui Wang and Loner Hongyu, like they were on different sides. Fairy Ching Suo looked at Crescent Lake while Fairy Huang Sha and Fairy Fen Meng were conversing softly, glancing at Gui Wang and Loner Hongyu from time to time with vigilant gazes. Not mentioning Gui Wang's ugly appearance that caused the 3 beauties to feel revulsion, Loner Hongyu killed his own parents to refine a GU, and betrayed his brothers, it caused the 3 female immortals of the righteous path to feel contempt. But Langya Blessed Land was an extremely important matter. The GU Immortal that had resided here before was the famous, number 1 Refinement Path Immortal, Long Hair Ancestor. This person had rank 8 cultivation and was extremely proficient in Refinement Path, having great talent in Refinement Path that was rare even during immemorial times. He had lived a long life, he lived during the era of two Venerables, thieving heaven demon Venerable and giant sun immortal Venerable. What did this mean? This meant that these two rank 9 GU immortals did not live as long as him. His refinement path talent even made thieving heaven and giant sun, two Venerables, sigh in admiration countless times, and concede to him. They had both requested long-hair ancestor to refine GU for them. In the statistics made by later generations, long-hair ancestor had refined at least 38 immortal GU in his life. This was only the conclusive summary, it did not account for his many legends and rumors. However, such a person also could not fight against the flow of the river of time and finally died of old age. According to the rumors, he became a land spirit after death and was still refining GU incessantly in Langya Blessed Land. Langya Blessed Land was long-hair ancestors' residence, thus it contained large amounts of GU worms recipes, including recipes for immortal GU. Wahai three immortals might not like Gui Wang and Loner Hong Yu, but the allure of immortal GU recipe was enough to let them set aside their righteous path identity and collaborate with these two demonic path GU immortals. Time slowly passed. Crack. Suddenly a soft sound echoed, the space on top of Crescent Lake cracked open and revealed a shining flash of lightning. The earthly calamity has begun. Gui Wang shouted excitedly. For a while, above the center of Crescent Lake, lightning rumbled unceasingly. This was no doubt the descent of the earthly calamity, having created a hole in the blessed land. Loner Hong Yu's gaze shone as he stared at this scene without blinking. Wahai three immortals glanced at each other and saw the excitement in each other's eyes, their breathing also became faster. Immortal GU were difficult to find, none of these 5 GU immortals possessed a single immortal GU. Of course, they had rank 5 GU, and in large amounts at that, with all of them being top quality GU. But no matter how many mortal GU they had, it could not match a single immortal GU. GU immortals' thirst for immortal GU were much more greater than a lecherous person seeing an absolute beauty. Rumble. Thunder rumbled in the air above the lake with lightning smashing down continually, resembling a thunderstorm pouring from above. The second hole, third hole the earthly calamity created hole after holes. This is the earthly calamity, endless thunder and lightning rain, such terrifying might. Loner Hong Yu expressed shock at this sight. If this occurred in our Wahai blessed land, even if we three sisters joined forces, we might not be able to resist it. Langya blessed land is indeed worthy of being long-hair ancestors' residence, can we really snatch the immortal GU recipe this time? Wahai three immortals looked at each other, their faces were pale. Previously, Gui Wang had given them many benefits and thus Wahai three immortals came rushing over. Now, the three felt this task would not be easy and forcing their way into Langya blessed land would not be a simple matter. GU immortals were the elites of the human race with wisdom that far surpassed the norm. Be it the Wahai three immortals or Loner Hong Yu, they were all cautious and vigilant. Gui Wang observed everyone's expressions and coarsely laughed. This dogshit world has always been trying to maintain balance. Blessed land has fortune, so the world sends down calamities and tribulations, doing all that it can to wear down this fortune. The better the blessed land is managed, the stronger the calamities and tribulations they will face. Look at the might of this, endless thunder and lightning rain, isn't it comparable to those blessed lands that has forbidden grounds? Everyone, just think of it, how many recipes are stored in this Langya blessed land? There are definitely many immortal GU recipes, otherwise why would this shitty heaven send down such a powerful earthly calamity? These words moved the immortal's heart. Desire and vigor appeared in these people's gaze when they thought of the immortal GU. Gui Wang is right, I have also entered some blessed lands before, and those ownerless blessed lands that were on the verge of collapse had earthly calamities that were as weak as a drizzle. But the blessed land is extremely important, which GU immortal would not want it to develop well? Loner Hong Yu laughed bitterly. The more developed the blessed land, the stronger the calamities and tribulations, it is not easy to be a GU immortal. Kekakekak cultivation means going against heaven, this shitty heaven wants to weaken us and suppress us, so we have to go against it and progress. Gui Wang added. Both of you are rather extreme. Cultivation is actually following the mandate of heaven. We use GU worms to study the great Tao and law of the world. We manage the blessed land in order to bring blessings and nurture fortune in place of heaven and earth, for all living things to prosper. Immortal Ching Suo retorted with a clear and pleasant voice. Loner Hong Yu did not reply, he did not want to argue about this topic, considering the situation. This was the difference in ideals between demonic path and righteous path. Since immemorial times, the difference in perspective had been debated with no conclusion to which is closer to the truth. Gui Wang laughed and pointed to the hole below. The earthly calamity has become even more dangerous. To prevent the land spirit from cutting off these holes, we should strike now. All right, Loner Hongyu expressed his support. Please make a move first, Gui Wang. The three immortal fairies reached a consensus. Gui Wang snickered and took out a green grape immortal essence bead. He then activated a GU worm that flew towards the hole while holding the immortal essence bead. This GU worm entered the blessed land, but it was either suppressed or destroyed by the earthly calamity, as Gui Wang instantly lost his connection with it. However, Gui Wang's green grape immortal essence also entered Langya blessed land and immediately exploded, causing the immortal essence in Langya blessed land to be expended. To GU immortals, every bead of immortal essence was very precious. Normally, the GU immortals would always try to accumulate them and would not use them lightly unless absolutely necessary. Seeing Gui Wang act as the example, the other four successively sent out an immortal essence bead. Gui Wang sent his second immortal essence bead, and the others also sent their second immortal essence bead. After GU immortals die, they would form into the land spirit, but will no longer produce immortal essence. The immortal essence left for the land spirit would decrease the more it was used, while Gui Wang and the group were 4 people and occupied the advantage in numbers. But even after 100 rounds, this Langya blessed land still had immortal essence to use. Besides Gui Wang, the other immortals showed signs of hesitation. That long-hair ancestor was a rank 8 GU immortal. Although he died, the immortal essence he left were white lychee immortal essence. 100 green grape immortal essence beads cannot compare to 1 white lychee immortal essence. When it was Fairy Fenmeng's turn, she held a green grape immortal essence bead but did not immediately make a move. Gui Wang's eyes flickered with a dark light and sneered, "What are you afraid of?" Long-hair ancestor is a person from thieving heaven demon Venerable's times, and did everything to prolong his life till he was struggling at death's door during giant sun immortal Venerable's times, and finally died of old age. Although he left behind white lychee immortal essence, but the blessed land has already endured through the eras of spectral soul demon Venerable and paradise earth immortal Venerable. The former Langya grotto heaven had already fell and became a blessed land. Now, how much white lychee immortal essence would there be left? Probably only some diluted immortal essence paste. Loner Hongyu chuckled. Gui Wang makes sense. You guys also saw the earthly calamity just before. Langya blessed land holds so many recipes, even including many immortal GU recipes. This good fortune is too big and thus the earthly calamity is so strong. Even if it has more white lychee immortal essence left, they would also be quickly exhausted. In this world, the daring are rewarded and the cowards starve. Throw in more immortal essence. Having invested so much already, do we give up at this point? We might not be that far from succeeding. Gui Wang enticed. The 3 female immortals glanced at each other. Fairy Qing Suo spoke. You are correct, but our immortal essence was saved by us bit by bit, and did not appear out of nowhere. Let's do this, we will throw in 50 more beads and see what happens. Like this, after sending immortal essence beads for 50 more rounds, Langya blessed land started to show its inability to keep up. Gui Wang laughed heartily as he cackled. The 3 female immortals used to feel that Gui Wang's laughter was coarse and ear-piercing, but now they felt happiness from hearing it. They could almost see the immortal GU recipes beckoning them. 30 more rounds later, the 4 immortals' immortal essence entered the blessed land and inflated, mutually affecting each other and creating a chain explosion, but the blessed land had no activity. This meant the blessed land's immortal essence was used up. Everyone, I shall move first. Gui Wang suddenly laughed, and flapped his blue-black bat wings towards the hole, and was the first one to enter Langya blessed land. Not good, Loner Hongyu shouted, and fearing he would fall behind, he turned into a red light and shot ahead. These demonic path GU masters are indeed treacherous and crafty. Wahai 3 immortals twitched their nose with anger and quickly followed behind. The 3 immortals entered the blessed land and felt their rank 5 GU could be casually activated. Langya blessed land's immortal essence has definitely been emptied. Fairy Huang Sha said with excitement. The 3 immortals charged past the endless thunder and lightning rain and arrived at the depths of the blessed land. However, what they saw was a scene of white clouds covering the whole area. In the sea of clouds, there were 12 buildings, each decorated grandly and was majestic, having the beauty of 1,000 years of history. Around the buildings, immortal cranes flew, feathermen hovered in the air, colorful clouds moved around and the fragrance of sandalwood pervaded the air. This is cloud soil, one can step on it like real land and its soil is very fertile, far surpassing the mortal world's soil. Fairy Qing Suo stepped with her beautiful feet and spoke excitedly. A scene worthy of the old ancestor immortal. Fairy Fenmeng exclaimed in admiration. Legend has it that within the 12 cloud buildings, there are countless recipes stored. To think I can see them personally today. Fairy Huangsha felt really fortunate. Ha ha ha, everything is mine. Far away, Gui Wang's ear-piercing voice spread to them, he was flying into a building on the sea of clouds. As for loner Hong Yu, he had already approached a nearby cloud building. Wahai three immortals frowned and after looking at each other, they flew separately towards three cloud buildings.